Welcome back, everyone. Hope we're doing well. We are going to be going into the next match very shortly. Obviously, Into the Breach versus Savage, and it's going to be an amazing game on our hands. But what are your initial thoughts going into this one, Charlie?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really exciting game. Obviously, both these teams did win. That's why they're playing each other. Whoever does win, I believe, instantly goes into the playoffs, which is quite exciting for both of them. Surprisingly, only one map in this best of three is going to be seen that both teams have played previously. So obviously, it's going to be Inferno, I believe, is the decider if we even get there. And both of the teams in their best of three did play Inferno. But the other two maps, Mirage and Vertigo, they're new playgrounds, new playing field for both of these teams, which is going to be exciting.
Yeah, it should be nice to see from them. I think I do like the vetoes. Obviously, as you mentioned, it's Mirage first, which is Savage's map pick, Vertigo for Into the Breach, and then finally that Inferno. And obviously, we saw a lot of domination from Inferno from Into the Breach. So you've got to imagine if it does get to that third map, you could slightly favour them. But then looking into it, Savage, they dominated in their last game. And you were talking to me before the game. Apparently, Draken, what was his overall KD in that series, Charlie?
He went 53 and 27, so incredible performance from Draken. I mean, we've always known for years how good Draken can be as an AWP. It was always consistency. That was never his best friend. But I think on his day, Draken can really be a top AWPer. And obviously, coming back from quite a long stint away at Valorant, you've got to think maybe there's a bit more of that inconsistency that we might see as he is getting back into the superior FPS. But obviously Smooya, he'll be his real rival in this one in the Orpin duel. Smooya was at least top of the leaderboard, not necessarily top fragging, that was Thomas, but he also had a 1.3 rating in the last best of three we casted earlier today. So yeah, both these players, at least what we've seen from them today, they've been at the top of their game. So going to be really interesting to see how they fare against each other.
Yeah, I think it is going to be great. Obviously, we have seen previously Into the Breach. They do sometimes play Mirage. I think it is their highest perform. Yeah, it's their highest statistic map. They are it's their best map statistically against other teams. So you've got to imagine we could be seeing a 2-0. Quite an interesting pick from Into the Breach though. They have decided to pick Vertigo. Obviously, we saw them pick Nuke in the last series, and obviously they did win it, but double overtime. Maybe that's why they've left it out of this game.
I think it's actually a punish pick. I think they have picked Vertigo against Savage. They've played it 6 times and lost it every single time. And one of them actually was against Into the Breach, who they beat, who Into the Breach won 16-5. So clearly there's something going on there with Savage. Clearly Vertigo is not one of their maps that they love to play. So I think it must be some sort of punish pick.
You've got to imagine as well, Savage, if they played on Vertigo before, they weren't successful. To leave it in is a little bit of a risk for them, but obviously, they can come back, showing some skills. And you've got to imagine they've definitely, they've prepared for Into the Breach's Vertigo, especially after a very dominant game. But, we talk about this time and time again. If you had to pick a team for this series, or maybe just the first map, who do you think you'd go for?
For map one, I feel like I'm gonna favor Savage just because it is their map pick. It's statistically their best map as well. They've got an 80% win rate on it in 5 games. So I think I have to favor them. But if Smooya gets off quickly, if he starts performing at his top level really quickly, and Draken isn't, I think Smooya can really dominate this series really. But I think quickly going back to the vetoes. You mentioned in Vertigo, surprised they left it in. For Savage, I think it was basically a choice between do you want to play Vertigo or Nuke against Into the Breach? And Nuke is normally their insta-ban, so it's not really surprising why they didn't want to play Into the Breach on that. Obviously, the game we watched against Pact was very close, but I think in general, we know how strong a team Into the Breach are on it.
Yeah, 100%. I do believe we are going to be going into the game right now, which should be nice to see. But for me, if I had to pick a favoured team in this one, I'd probably say Into the Breach. On Mirage, you mentioned it. If we see a slow start from Draken, it could be a real problem. But a map like Mirage, it's played by all, known by all. So you've got to imagine that there aren't going to be very many teams that ban it. So with every team having that confidence on it, and especially after the confidence that Into the Breach are going to be feeling coming from their last game, you've got to imagine they are going to be looking good in this one.
I like that from into the breach. They early boosted someone up into apartments, so they got that deep angle quite quickly.
Lovely stuff from Desert, though. We'll find Smooya early on. Adam. Oh, he's been in the backlines this whole time. Needs to strike eventually, but we'll take down Draken. Now the CTs need to strike. Dobbo finds Grux through the smoke. Tensky will take down Thomas, though. And now we see Adam progressing. Switching to the Glock. Usually a weapon that you wouldn't see the CTs.
He loves his Glock, just spamming away. The bomb will get planted, but look, they're quickly swarming. Golden gets one.
Now it is just Tensky getting progressed by Adam. Oh, what a pistol round from Adam. We saw the early kill in the back lines, and finding 2 on that retake is perfect. So going to be looking good for the later rounds. And Adam was the top performing player from Into the Breach in the last map. Clearly brought over that confidence in this one.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. Great pistol round from him. I mean, Dobbo as well. Got a couple of kills there. The bomb plant does come through for Savage, so they can get a force if they choose to. In fact, Draken instantly gets out the scout and armor, so yeah, we will be seeing a force.
I like the amount of rifles that we have from Into the Breach, though. Got a fair bit of util. Adam, Molly, Smoke, and the nade.
Yeah, it's clear to see the real difference between these teams. Both teams had plenty of rifles, but the util Savage is very limited.
That nade onto Grux. Taking him down very low. Adam did it, in fact, find that first kill. Was with the Molotov as well. Currently 4-0. Lovely little default here, though, from Savage. Trying to find picks all around the map, but in fact, they're losing those kills. Smooya dropped very low. Dobbo will find Grux as well, and this is looking so good for ITB.
Things do just go from bad to worse. Just Draken. He's top mid with his scout. A couple of players are one hit in the body, but you can't imagine they'll be giving up their life that easily.
It's all about timing here. Realistically, Draken doesn't really have, you know, he's got time on his hands, but he's got to go back and get the bomb. You've got to imagine that this round's already over. 1v5.
Yeah, I think it is
scout,
probably
no
just
util.
playing for a couple of kills.
Certainly, but no one on Into the Breach is moving a muscle. Got 4 players very close to the A site, and it is just Adam towards B. So if Draken decided to go B, pick up the bomb, finds Adam, you know, that could be a bomb plant, but obviously can't be gambling that there's only one towards B. We'll get the tag on Dobbo, but there we have it. Into the Breach, they do find that second round. They beat back the force of Savage, and they do it with all players staying alive. So their money's going to be looking great.
Should be quite an easy one here for Into the Breach. Just going to be playing against these pistols. Something to... Ooh. Just about to know that. Draken actually bought a Deagle there. I don't think he can buy an AWP in the next round. I believe it is just that 2. Ooh, maybe it is 2.9. Yeah, I think it is actually 2.9. So I think there is a chance he can get it out. And obviously he can get a few kills with this, get that kill reward up. But util is going to be very limited for him.
Armor as well. We'll be going into the next without any armor if he does opt to buy the AWP.
Yeah, might have to rely on one of his teammates.
It's all about timing for Smooya's peak. Oh, there's a stack towards under. And Golden will take down Smooya now, but it's all about timing for Dobbo. He's got a fair bit of util to play with. Just going to be falling back, though. Going for another peek towards under. Golden, very confident here. Thomas will get out.
Tensky hoping to find his drop teammates Deagle, but Golden's already picked that up off the ground.
Dezen now going to try and show a little bit of aggression towards top mid. They are going to be swinging out here, but Cypher towards short finds one. These 2 players outside connector behind the smoke. Golden now has retrieved the M4. Might be able to find Cypher. Let's get one, but it is this 2 versus 3, and you've got to imagine that this is already over. Oh, Thomas, the swaying bullet there. Finding him.
Look at him. He's out on A. Doesn't seem to matter. Thomas, barely any bullets in the mag, still finds the kill. 3 rounds on the board. Not too bad considering it was just that eco. A couple of kills found. And Draken, yeah, he does have the AWP. Has got armor.
Something you mentioned, obviously, you know, if we can see Draken coming out very quickly here, you've got to imagine we'll have the kind of momentum going with him, but hasn't found a kill yet. But obviously, first real gun round, got the AWP in hand, so can't wait to see how this works out. Smooya as well got the AWP. Isn't getting quite aggressive towards apartments here. But look at this from Adam. He's already so deep. Might be able to find the bomb. Tensky is aware. Adam finds the kill. It can just fall back here. Doesn't even need to put any more pressure from the flanks.
Yeah, they've got the information. Doesn't need to push any more than that. Just want to give away his life, give away that man advantage. So the bomb will just be retrieved from Golden. I think that's also a notable talking point in this game. The in-game leaders, obviously Golden, ex-Fnatic, won a number of major tournaments. But I think players like him and Draken, I wouldn't say they've been forgotten in CS, but
Dobbo's
really
got all
got to
this
prove their life
information.
again.
Dobbo's in such a deep position. Got all this information. Can pick up the AK as well, and now they know that A is the play. We've got 3 defenders here. It's Thomas, Adam, and Smooya. Position of Adam. He's got all this info. Once again, the flash is great. Grux is actually turned from it whilst checking sandbags. Oh, but look at that. Thomas from the high ground towards stairs will be able to find the remaining 2. And into the breach on Savage's map pick. Go 4-0 up.
Yeah, I think it was just a real aggression there that we saw. Obviously, Adam's initial aggression it sort of took away any of that sort of A presence. And then Dobbo getting really deep in apartments, finding the first kill. I mean, that's all he needed to get, just 1 kill. Smoking off apartments. And they had all the information of where the players were going to go.
Grux dropped down to 10 HP here. The snake could take him down. He has progressed, but it doesn't matter. Adam will find him. Smooya finds Dezen as well. So much damage.
And brought down to 16 HP. Draken in the meantime. I mean, there is an open B site, but it is still being defended from short.
Yeah, and it is Dobbo there. So much utility to play with. Smooya holding under as well. You've got to imagine that B is going to be the play here. I say that, they do seem to be falling back. Potentially going to go towards under. Cypher and Smooya so deep towards mid.
Couple of kills, maybe a bomb plant might just be the aim of the game here for Savage.
Flash will come through. Cypher will peek. I think the flash might have blinded him, but we do have a player out towards middle.
Tensky's positions should be known now. He did just fire a bullet. Cypher
We'll find
in
one.
between. It gets all 3, in fact. Nice little round from Cypher. Not a single kill found from Savage, so not going to really weaken that economy at all of Into the Breach. And, I mean, we can already see how it's been built up quite a bit.
Once again, we got the AWP out on Draken, but you've got to imagine Savage, they had such a dominant start their game earlier today, 2-0. And we saw Into the Breach, you know, we had games that went to overtime, we had games that went very close as well, the Ancient game to point out, but this is looking so dominant here. I like this aggression from Grux though, to be Molotoving towards Connector. We'll find Adam though, that's a perfect kill.
Grux actually did miss that jump there into window. Might have saved his life.
Just decide to go
Now
in.
crept into there. Dobbo's definitely seen him and he does take that kill for free. Golden's really low HP as well. Only 2 health to his name.
Is this 4 versus 4 though? Both the util on either team not looking too great. We do just have the 1 smoke on Draken. We'll switch over to the rifle though. Obviously Golden very low, so not going to be too useful. 2 HP with an AK in hand. But it's Thomas to defend the A site here. They're going to be rotating in. And the Molotov alone killing Golden.
Dobbo gets a second. That's Draken getting found. 2 versus 3 now.
Look at Into the Breach. They're looking so good here. That smoke towards Palace. It just forced a player to stay there. He knew that peeking out would cost him his life. And the second he did swing, Smooya with the AWP found him. And Into the Breach, they're looking unstoppable. Dobbo 9-0. He hasn't even died yet.
Yeah, I feel like, I was going to say, maybe I feel like, when are we going to see that pause from Savage? When are we going to see them discuss some things? And we do the pause now.
Yeah, better late than never. Obviously, 6-0 start from Into the Breach here on the CT side. The real question is, you know, when are Savage gonna change the pace? When are they gonna start taking some control here? Because this is their map pick. You've got to expect them to maybe get, you know, 6, maybe even 7 rounds on this T side, but it's not looking promising.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage is a slightly CT-sided favorite map, but not really by much at all. It's normally what you expect, like a 8-7 half, maybe a push 9-6, but not really anything more than that. Already Into the Breach, they do have 6, so they've done most of the heavy lifting already.
It's looking so good for Into the Breach, especially because this isn't their map pick to even bring it close. Even if Into the Breach aren't successful in this one, it just goes to show that they can perform on all of these maps, and when going to their picks, when they're going to their favored maps, that's when they can really show some dominance. We do just have this lone defender towards A. This Thomas going to have to try and hold off these 4 attacking players, and they're going to be pushing out now. Thomas dropped down, getting found by Grux here. The bomb will go down. Delay from Adam, a little too deep.
Yeah, the issue is, I mean, a decent amount of control has been taken. CT is basically clear. They haven't fully taken it yet. In fact, there's 2 players come in. Don't believe there is a flash, or that's getting sent over now.
Taken down very low, and now the CT players are aggressing. We've got a player on the flank, though. Ooh, Tensky can only find one. Draken in the behind will find Smooya. Brings it to the 2 versus 2, but they are just going to get on the bomb. We've got a player very close, and Golden can't do it. I was going to say Golden can't do it all, but they just decided to stick the bomb a little too late, and it allowed Golden to find those 2 kills. And Savage, they find their first, and it was just the Deagles invested there, so they're going to be very happy with the result of that round.
Yeah, great call from Golden there. I mean, they needed something to really mix things up because they were 6-0 down. Things were starting to look very dire, but that's the sort of round they needed. Draken going all for free as well.
Draken, he was very late on the flank, but it worked out perfectly. Sometimes you see those situations where, let's say Draken gets taken down, someone just has a slight look towards middle. I'd say that round's completely over.
In fact, we're seeing a few, or at least a bit of lack of money in the reserve of certain Into the Breach players.
That's because we got the double AWP out. Dobbo has brought out the big green as well. That's a great find from Adam. Evaded the shot from Draken as well. Now the nade comes through. Oh, Draken will get taken down by Cypher. He was locked into that position. And it's the 5 versus 3. Into the Breach, showing that that last round was just an anomaly. We're not giving you another one.
It doesn't is towards B, but the main brunt of the attack is going to be coming out of A. There's 3 players here, so it feels like Descent will just be doing nothing really. It does find 1, but imagine that'll be all.
And Cypher, I don't think he has enough time to grab the AWP, so we'll just go for the AK. But Into the Breach, they find 7. This is looking very dicey for Savage. Obviously, we're going to see another full buyout. Obviously, because Draken got that free AWP in the round previously. He can bring one out in this one, but we've got 2 Galils in play.
Yeah, I like that. They could have actually got AKs. Oh, Grux a little slow to react, but Draken isn't. Just like that, 2-man advantage. Dobbo's been spotted, does get found as well.
I do believe it was Grux who found the player towards short. It was Grux who took
Yeah, Draken got the one in com.
Yeah, exactly. It was just perfectly played. Now it's all on Adam. We'll find 2 of his own, but can't do much more. And it's all on Thomas here in this retake. He's already onto the side, though. That's something that they might not be aware of.
Oh, Draken just evaded and does find the kill. Oh, you can just see the fear that was in Draken's eyes when Thomas just revealed himself onto the site. Unfortunate for him.
Savage, they do find 2 now. It's all about stringing them together. Obviously, the money on Into the Breach, we got a lot of players, you know, with something in the bank, but also both Dobbo and Thomas really not that much.
They still actually do have a double AWP out.
It's Adam on the AWP this time.
Yeah, must have had a spawn. He's peeking towards underpass. I don't know if that was the intention or if it was a missed jump that he's there.
Could have potentially, you know, been an AWP to drop to Smooya, but think they bought it at the same time. But either way, Adam on the AWP. We've seen how dangerous he is with a rifle, so surely can do something here. There's a very heavy stack towards B.
Yeah, the only early damage done was onto Adam, and that was from a teammate's molly.
It's been 50 seconds of play, and finally Savage are trickling out. We've got a one player very deep towards middle. Smooya gives away his life, though. Grux will find the kill with the AK. Now we see Adam progressing through underpass. We'll find the pick onto Apps, and now they know that A is going to be the play. It is just Cypher to defend, who finds one, but Grux with the trade. And now it's this 3 versus 3. Like that from Adam. He finds Grux.
Doesn't even need to move his crosshair. Just walked straight into him. Draken and Golden.
Dobbo in a really nice... Dobbo's in a really nice position here. Oh.
Just like that is Adam's all that remains. He needs a 4K to win this one. He finds the player on the bomb site. AWP v AWP. Draken's got the angle. Does find the kill. That's easy for Draken there. Clearly not in his 30-degree window, but he does find it. And that's a huge round to find. You mentioned about stringing rounds together. That's exactly what they've done. Into the breach. Just going to be on this eco now.
That was looking really nice from Adam there. I think the one problem that Into the Breach had there, Smooya needed to get information towards middle, and all it took was one jiggle. He got the info, but the player was too close for him to back away. He would have got found rotating back through con, so kind of just had to peek, and they left him in a really tough spot. But it is just this eco now. Savage should be able to find 4 from this, and that's where they can start taking some control.
We've seen rounds like this sort of slip a bit out of control. These pistols can sort of find an opening, so Savage have to be very aware of that. But Into the Breach, they do still have an opportunity if the call is perfect.
Once again, we see Dezen towards apartments. It seems as though that's his domain. They've decided to smoke window and top con, so it seems as though they are going to be going towards B. And that is never where you want to be leading, especially because look at the stack.
I think they might send Grux maybe to probe out a bit of that A site. Do the same with Golden on short to see if they got any info.
Golden getting taken down by Dobbo. AK versus USP. There's only 36 seconds remain, but not really much they can do. Draken missing the first shot. Will hit the second though. And the... Draken doing really well in this one. Just the final player towards lower con. We'll be peeking him. That was a lovely 4K from Draken. He missed the first, but didn't miss the remaining 4.
Yeah, now this game's... It feels more like we're really game on now. Still 3 rounds separates these teams, but Savage, they're getting closer and closer. No defuse get on Into the Breach.
No warp as well.
If that'll have any impact. Yeah, Util's not perfect either, in fact, so there are a few limitations with this buy.
You spoke about the AWP duel. If you look at it currently, Draken 11 and 7, Smooya 4 and 6, not having the best game so far, but Adam certainly picking up the slack.
Yeah, I think that's something really notable with Into the Breach. I feel like they don't have one real star player. I feel like when someone's not playing well, there's always 1 or 2 players to pick up where they left off.
Finding that opening pick though, Smooya, that's really important. Once again, we do have 2 players towards middle. 1 outside A main. And Dezen towards B apps. It's been a minute of play though. Savage... still towards the T-spawn. I think they're going to try and split A and leave Tensky. They're going B. This could be a real problem as we do have Dobbo very close to rotation. Smooya as well in ladder room. And the top con smoke has faded now. This is where Smooya with the instant trade might be looking to pick up the AWP, but these final two players both in apartments. Doesn't really have time to do that yet as the execute will be coming through. Oh, but it's all on Cypher. He's in a great position. Finds one. Just going to be swinging Tensky as well. And the confidence drops him down to 20 HP. And there we have it.
Finishes things off. The half has already been won now from Into the Breach.
Unable to pick
Round 12. That's not too bad at all.
Unable to pick up the AWP there, Smooya. But, you know, the second I said that he's not having the best game, getting the 3K, doing really well there. And that all came from Adam's pick on Golden. The fact that they diverted, you know, the players up short, diverted their attention towards Connector, and it allowed Smooya to get that instant trade onto Adam. But look at this. They're going, sending out a player very fast towards 8. Desmond will find Thomas. He's looking for more as well. Can't get the second. Lovely trade from Adam. Brings it to the 4 versus 4. And now players are being sent out. The nade will do a fair bit of damage. Adam's just going to tuck himself in.
Dobbo maybe needed to tuck himself in. He gets found by Draken. That's his 13th kill of the game. An advantage now for Savage.
We do just have this lone defender towards B. So far away from the action. It is Cypher. His teammates, the rotations are going to be so slow. Cypher finds one. Let's have a fair bit of util to play with. Oh, I love this smoke.
Draken is just holding for the rotations right now, but you still have to worry about Cypher on the site.
I do find Smooya progressing through under. I think they're just going to fall back towards A. They've got 50 seconds. They've got time to play with. But Adam is aware of this potential and will be rotating back in. Can get there in time.
The issue is he's only 35 HP. Does have a couple of flashes to delay. But you feel like minimum Adam needs to find one here.
So he's tucked himself in towards default, and now he's going to be hearing all of these steps. We'll find one. That's at least job done there. Put Cypher in the 1 versus 2. Oh, he's spamming the bomb. Tensky gets taken down, and now it is just Draken that remains.
Struggling to find where to plant.
He spent too much time away from CS.
Too much time in Valorant. He's pressing 4. Oh, he's got the information. Just a swing from Cypher, but Draken gets dinked, but finds the kill on Cypher. 5 rounds found from Savage. Oh, got really dicey. Got really dicey when Tensky got dropped through the box, but that looked doable from Cypher. I thought he did enough.
Really unfortunate that. Obviously, you know, that was a 2 versus 3 with Adam very low HP, so they still did a fair bit of damage. But now it is just this eco. They're preparing for that last round, so you've got to imagine it could be a 9-6 half or maybe even an 8-7. Smooya spamming away with a 5-7. Ooh, Smooya and Cypher find one apiece. Draken with the AWP will find
but
one.
Look at Dobbo. Sneaky Dobbo. He finds one. It's Tensky, 1 versus 3. This was an eco thread. Very little invested.
How's this even happen? Tensky's 48 HP as well, and we've got Adam on the AWP. Oh, he's dancing around the box. And there we have it. I mentioned how this could be a 9-6 half. I didn't mean Into the Breach winning this round.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. No money in the bank for Savage. Dobbo just dancing around that box. Made things so awkward for Tensky. He knew he only had a USP, but just he wasn't giving him a fight at all.
He couldn't swing. He was being held by both Adam and, was it Cypher? Must have been, yeah. I love that jump across from Smooya. It's Grux towards mid with the scout, but that's going to be a tough fight to win. Draken will take down Smooya, though. The Molotov will come through.
Oh, does get found, though. Adam pushed through the smoke. Dobbo finds Dezen as well. 4 versus 2.
Just these final remaining players towards T-spawn. They need to get the bomb. Cypher once again in this deep mid position. We've seen him play it time and time again. It's working out for him so far in this game. We do just have Dobbo towards B. He's very on his lonesome. And these players are splitting, Charlie. I think this is a real risk. Thomas is very deep towards A. So if Golden gets taken down here, it's just going to be Tensky in the 1 versus 4.
I think that's sort of the play. I think they want Golden to see if he can at least get a 1. Sell a fake, but Tensky
has sold it. Look at Cypher. He's rotating round towards A. If he can
almost
find
below
Dobbo,
HP player, yeah.
It's still
find him cleanly. There's a weapon that can be picked up. 1 versus 3 potentially, but a lot of hypotheticals. But
It's also really tough. It's a it's a 1v3 with hardly any util. Oh, but he will find Dobbo. Not so cleanly though. And look at Adam, so fast to rotate in here, and surely we'll just close this out and into the breach. They do find 10. They get double digits on Savage's map pick. But now they're on the T side. And it's all about what they can do here. You've got to imagine that Savage need this pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, that eco that we saw in the second last round and the half, I think that's the real difference maker. Into the breach, at one point they were 6-0 up. I think all things considering, the last parts of this half from Savage weren't too bad. But considering how bad the lead was, or at least for them, it doesn't look great in the grand scheme of things. So if they won that eco, even if they lost the final round, that would have been a 9-6. And when you get a 9-6 half, considering you were 6-0 down, that's not too bad. That's a respectable scoreline. But now 10-5, it certainly doesn't look great.
Also, even if it was against a gun round, it's not the end of the world, but they lost to an eco, so also the mentality is surely going to shift. We are going to be seeing a lot of aggression towards Connector. We do have 4 players defending A, as we do have Grux rotating in here, but I say that, he's holding window, and Cypher will find him. Smooya finds Dezen as well, and they're just going to be splitting B. They're going to be going through here, but this could be the problem. We got 2 players towards CT. Thomas will find Golden, though, but Draken with 2.
Oh, the bomb isn't one of the players that gets dropped. Is Draken aware of Smooya? He's not. He does get found.
He's looking for more. He spots the player CT. And even at range with the Glock, he does a lot.
Tensky just going to be trying to keep hold of this armor. But Smooya's got very deep. He doesn't want to let that happen.
There we have it. Adam will convert the kill. Adam's 22-7 in this one so far. But Savage, they didn't win, their T pistol, and they've given up the CT pistol. So into the breach straight away. A lot of rounds ahead, and we see another force from Savage. So realistically, into the breach, if they win this one, they're going to get another one for free, as it will just be the eco. And that will be 6 rounds lost overall from Savage, just on the back of the pistol rounds.
Yeah, I think something interesting to talk about is into the breach. Everyone but Thomas is on double digits, and Adam, he's on 22. On Savage, only Draken's on double digits, and he's on 18.
Oh. This round could be over. The MAC-10s are swarming. Dobbo's hungry for frags. 2 with the MAC-10 so far. I think it's just going to be safe.
Be the save, yeah. Draken does get 1, but still doesn't really make it any more winnable.
I love that. Do we see the 3 MAC-10s in play?
Yeah, I think it could have been the 3 max.
Oh my god, look at Adam. He's so deep here. I doubt Tensky's even going to be aware, and Adam will find the kill. And they're hunting. We've got 2 players towards the A site right now. Grux will find Adam, though. But they're not going to be aware of Smooya. Not in the slightest. And this is where he can find the kills.
Is he going to go for a knife? No, he's just waiting. He's waiting for 2. I was going to say, he's letting Draken go past there, but eventually does find him. Grux gets a second, but he can't pick up any of these weapons, which is a bit annoying for him.
Did take an AK out of the hands of Into the Breach, so that's going to be a hefty reinvestment. But as mentioned before, I think this next round is just going to be a free one. So you've got to imagine, 6 out of the 13 rounds that Into the Breach have won have come from the pistol round. They've come from the fact that Savage have forced, and then they just have to eco in the next. And Into the Breach should find 13 very comfortably here. When Into the Breach really embodying the old phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to be sending a lot of util towards B, but it should work for them. Look at Breach.
It's just a stroller stacking door. They don't even find anything.
Thomas.
Just the way Thomas played that.
I think Thomas was so scared there. But look at Smooya, so fast behind. He wants the kills as well. Adam and Thomas as well. There's 5 alive. They didn't even get a kill. Thomas was dropped down to 9, but Into the Breach, they find 13. 3 rounds away from taking this first map.
Draken has got the AWP out. He bought head armor, so there isn't going to be any util. Obviously wary of those 2 MAC-10 still.
Look at the money on Into the Breach. Even if they aren't successful in this one, we can see a full buy in the next.
Fred Desert, he's on 3 kills.
A
really rough one. I mean, in fact, a lot of the players are 7 kills apiece on Tensky and Golden. Golden actually had a really good game against Tricked. Obviously, he's not really known for being a fragging in-game leader.
I really think the problem, though, for specifically Dezen is we saw him in the lurking position. You know, he was constantly towards B apartments trying to either sell a little bit of a fake or find a kill on the rotation, but he's really struggling. And to have your lurkers being the ones that are struggling is really tough. Really, really tough. But we are going to be seeing a fair bit of A aggression. He is so deep. Cypher. Now he's aware of Grux's position. I think now they're just going to go back towards B into the breach. They have a fair bit of time on their hands.
It looks like the call has been altered. The bomb's making its way back towards A.
Look at the position.
In the meantime, yeah, Grux is taking a lot of control here.
Might be able to find these players going towards Palace. We'll find one.
Does find the low HP player though. Draken, that's a freebie on Thomas, just shifted his way out.
Really much into the breach can do here. We got to play it under balcony. Draken towards CT. Oh, I say that. Smooya finds one, gets them both. Oh no, that is not what Savage wanted in the slightest. And Smooya can retrieve the AWP. That's a weapon you do not want to give away for free, especially not to Smooya.
Golden's still so far away. There isn't a kit on any of these two players. I'm not sure if there's one that's been dropped. There is a flash on Golden, so if it's placed well, Tensky could find them both. The flash hasn't been used though, and they're just two easy kills for Into the Breach. That's a 4 versus 2.
Something to mention there, Grux was so deep towards A. Surely would have heard the steps in Palace, yet we saw no rotation come through. They still kept 2 players towards B, and it meant that, you know, we had to have players like Draken, you know, he's looking towards Ticket, looking towards Ramp, and it was just really tough for them.
Not a real ideal situation, just this partial buy, so they will sort of be gambling for overtime. Golden could find this one, and he does. Dobbo gets taken out of the server. That's the lurk. That's the only player towards the B side of the map. In fact, Smooth is actually heading towards there. He does have the bomb, so he's going to be very aware he can't go down.
Golden be able to find another in this round with the AK. We'll find Cypher, but look at the kills all going the way of Into the Breach. It is the 2 versus 2. Grux could find Thomas here, and Grux has been so good on the Deagles in this matchup so far.
Yeah, just Smoothie that remains. Where does he choose to go? It looks like short. Golden went back into underpass, and he's now heading towards app, so you could hear any steps.
Silence here, and Smooya will evade the rotation in from Grux. So Smooya can play this really slowly. He's already scoped with the AWP, that's why we don't see any steps. Smooya seemingly is aware of Golden's position. He might wrap through market here.
It's 30 seconds though, I don't know if he's got the time to do it.
Especially because Grux is in a really nice position as well towards A. It's really
Golden
tough.
Should be close enough to the bomb site to hear any plant. But like this, he's very aware that Apps is going to be the play. Golden doesn't push through the molly, but he drops one of his own.
We see the short jump come through as well, but Smooya seemingly aware.
Oh, the timing, it could allow Grux to cross. It hasn't though, it hasn't actually favoured him at all. He finds Grux, it's just all on Golden.
Jumping out here. Eyes towards market. Smooya can win this round here. Here's the steps. No kit in play. Oh! What? The speed of that shot. I didn't even see the scope.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's ridiculous. You know, I think if Grux was a bit quicker there, I think Into the Breach, I think Smooya could have won that. I think if Grux crossed into sight already, but just he was slightly too slow, allowed Smooya to get that opening, and then apparently lightning fast, Smooya finds Golden.
Look at this double AWP we've got in play. Draken and Golden going to be wielding the big green. Smoke towards window. Oh, Cypher takes down Draken. AK versus AWP there. And now Tensky able to find one. Drop down to 8 HP. Will just be falling back. Desn't
It's shot from Smo,
Cypher.
yeah. He's got a lot of pressure now. Tensky with the AWP. Oh, but look at Adam. Remember a jump shot. You can feel the confidence there. How is this slipped so far off control? This was a 4 versus 2.
This is
All
ridiculous.
that remains is Grux.
Look at the angle that Adam's holding as well. He's out in the open. Grux will find him. Now it's all on Dobbo, but look at his positioning. And there we have it. Into the Breach are successful on Savage's map pick. They've done so well in this one. Absolutely crazy scenes from them. What are your initial thoughts after that spectacle of a game, Charlie?
Yeah, Into the Breeze didn't give any breathing room to Savage at all. I feel like they just looked so dominant, and every part of their game was perfect. I think the calls, the individuals, really well played. And I think the only sort of silver lining in that game for Savage is obviously Draken. I think he got 20 kills at the end. And probably Grux's Deagle. Not actual Grux's whole game, just his Deagle play. The rest of it, there's nothing really to write home about, because I feel like Into the Breach, they didn't let them. Really well played from them. And I feel like Adam, once again, another great performance from him.
Yeah, I think something to mention as well. Obviously, you know, that round, I believe it was 8-5 at one point. It was 8-5 on CT side. That eco round was such a turning point, both in the rounds alone. It allowed Into the Breach to go 10-5 on the CT side, but also the mental game. You know, you're losing against an eco when it's so important, when you need to win, when it's your map pick, everything's on the line. Stuff like that doesn't go unnoticed, and it's really going to be burning a hole in the minds of these players, and it is tough. But still, I think, you know, they still got another 2 maps, to kind of right the wrongs of that game. But, you know, from that game alone, who would you say was your kind of star player?
I mean, I feel like just from that game, it has to be Adam. He had, I believe, 9 kills more than anyone else on his team. And yeah, a huge performance from him. I mean, Draken had some very good stats as well, but I think you can't really pick out a star player when they lost 16-5, so it has to be Adam.
Is it 16-7? Oh, wait, no, 16-5, 16-5. Sorry. My my poor reading skills there. But yeah, that, you know, it's still a great game from them. They're going to be very happy with that start, especially as that was Savage's map pick. We are going to be going to Vertigo next very shortly after the break.
does. Search, but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for stars. I wonder where you are. Oh.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope we're doing well after that short break. We are going to be going into the Breaches map pick. It is Vertigo, but they put up a very dominant showing on Mirage, and you've got to imagine that momentum will be coming through to Vertigo. But you know, what are you thinking about this one, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, was really dominant, and I think something that that we've got to talk about more is that this is actually Into the Breach's pick, and like I said before we actually started, they dominated Savage last time they played this, 16-5 on Vertigo. So I'm sure they're going to want to repeat that and just end this 2-0 because that Mirage game absolutely dominant. So yeah, like you said, if they can bring in that momentum, that confidence that they had in the previous one, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 2-0.
Yeah, I think a 2-0 is certainly on the cards. I feel like a lot of people from the outside in will be kind of expecting that result as well, especially after the dominance on Mirage. Obviously, it was Savage's map pick, but a map like Mirage is played by all, known by all. It's been in the pool and had very limited or little changes, ever. So I feel like it's a map that a lot of people are going to know, and to get dominated 16-5, because it wasn't a close game. It was pure domination, and I feel like that's something that we could see here on Vertigo. But yeah, I can't wait to see how this match does play out. Obviously, a map like Vertigo, it's kind of similarly to Nuke. It's one of those maps that, if you don't know it, you're not going to slide it. It's going to be a map that you really are going to struggle with. Whereas for Savage, their results against Into the Breach on Vertigo weren't successful previously, but they don't want to be playing into Nuke either. So they're in a really difficult spot, and I think Into the Breach, they kind of knew that they were going to get in Vertigo or Nuke, and that's where they're at now.
Yeah, I feel like just the map pool and the vetoes, it really panned out in the way of Into the Breach. I do feel like they kind of won the veto process. But just to touch on a bit more about the actual statistics side of this map, I did mention it briefly before. Savage, they have played this map 6 times and won it 0 of those times. So yeah, not looking great on that. And on the side of Into the Breach, they've played it 7 times and they have won it 4 of them. So yeah, they are obviously going to be the favourites in this one a decent amount of the time. And I mean, just in general, the stats on the map heavily favour Into the Breach.
Yeah, I think as well the stats in the server and the last game certainly favoured Into the Breach. And I really like how they were playing it. I think we saw a fair few gambles from Into the Breach on their CT side, and the way they were playing the T side as well just really worked. I feel like we do see that, especially from Into the Breach, quite a lot. Just sending Adam. Just send him out, let him get a couple picks. Whether he gets traded or not, it doesn't really matter, because he's just creating so much space for players like Smooya, Dobbo, Cypher, Thomas, because they're all the good fraggers. Everyone on the Into the Breach team has what it takes to step up when needed, and that's something you touched upon earlier as well. When someone's a little bit in the dark, when they're not really kind of performing as well as we do see them, there's always someone to pick up the slack. And I feel like that's something that Savage kind of fell back on in the last one. Desmond, is going to be a player that we are going to be talking about. Had a really rough game on Mirage, and hopefully for Savage's, hopefully for their perspective, Desmond will be able to step up in this one.
Yeah, I mean, something that's quite interesting. Both these teams did play their best of 3s today to get to this matchup. Obviously, Savage, they played at 9 a.m. BST, obviously 10 o'clock CET, so they played quite a lot earlier today. So they had a decent break in between. Into the Breach, they went straight from one best of 3 to the other, really, with quite a minimal break. So you got to think fatigue will also come in there, but clearly some momentum has as well, because Adam, at the end of that series, really stepped up, and in the Mirage game, he did the same thing there.
Yeah, and I think it's something that will take a little bit of a toll. If it goes to a third map, we could potentially see the fatigue come through, but we're going straight into the second map now. It is Vertigo, but we mentioned Into the Breach's map pick, so they will be starting on the T side. I like the util bought from Savage here. We got the 2 nades, smoking the flash, also the kit on Tensky, but they're going so aggressive towards middle. Look at Into the Breach here, taking so much control. Adam finding the first pick on gold, and now it's all on Desmond. Ooh, gets 3 there. The spam with the USP, looking for the 4th. Clearly Vertigo, a map a lot more confident than Mirage.
Smooya all the left. Does find 1. Eventually does get dropped. Desmond got 3 kills in that 1 round. He's 1 kill away from getting what he got in the total of Mirage.
That's absolutely.
So that just shows, yeah, how poorly he did perform. And I mean, a round like that, though, can really give a player a lot of confidence. So maybe if he can start firing on all cylinders, maybe Savage have a bit more of a chance in this one.
That's actually crazy to think about. Just having a really rough start on Mirage. And well, not really just a rough start, a rough everything on Mirage. Clearly wasn't looking too great in this. We do see the force from Into the Breach, though.
Yeah, deep smoke down ramp. What is going on here, then?
I
Wondering if there's some sort of weird boost that I don't know about.
The triple boost up and they can see through a gap in the wall, something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. There's always some really creative sort of util boosts, whatever on Vertigo. There's some really cool Molotovs that go through the floor. I wonder if we'll get to see any of those.
Grux just taking a little bit of chip damage, feeling the force of the Deagles. He's playing a nice little off angle, but Cypher might be able to take him down. No, Grux will find the kill. Now the swing comes through. Grux getting 3. Can't find the 4th. Adam will find that one. Draken, though, on the MP9. It's now all on to Adam. 1 versus 3, but pulls out utility and will get taken down there. And Savage, they find 2 in a row, and they should be able to find their 3rd as well.
Yeah, they bought quite a few SMGs in that round. I think they had 4 SMGs. I believe Grux is the only player with an actual M4. That does get saved over. 3 SMGs still in play, so these guys are going to try to make as much money as possible. There are 2 HE grenades bought from Into the Breach, so I wonder if they've got sort of double nade lineup for that.
It's a triple nade now. Thomas invested in one as well. Also got armor and the tech.
Oh, so did Adam as well quite late on, so you could really see these nades. Oh, that one's going to do a solid chunk. Only 20 damage, actually.
I think they're going to be trying to nade off the sandbags position. It would be perfect, as that is where Grux is staying for now. Will be falling back.
Oh,
He's
just
aware of the
repositioned. Yeah, he's lucky about that.
Fighting
It's fine
now.
too. Very low HP, though. Just got to back away. Tried to stay alive. Great nade from Golden.
Gets the 2nd as well, and now it is just Smoothie that remains. But Tensky surely going to find him with the MP9 here. And there we have it. Savage, they find 3 in a row. Looking nice here on Vertigo.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of a bonus round for them as they do have these 3 SMGs. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of aggression somewhere. Maybe trying to take B stairs, challenge mid a bit more.
They got Smoothie on the AWP in the 3rd round. Or the 4th round, sorry. I really like that. Adam, no head armor, only the AK and a flash.
Miss flash there from Golden.
Oh, 2nd miss flash from Golden. Grux spamming away with the MP9.
Cypher actually chipped down very low. 23 HP. No return damage.
Tensky's really deep here towards B, so they are going to be leaving. I was going to say they're leaning a little bit towards mid and A, but we do actually have 2 players towards B here.
Yeah, I like this setup with these MP9s. This is how they're going to fully try to utilize them. Just because obviously it is these weaker weapons. Do some sort of bait and switch.
Molotov towards Gap, though. Will force these players back, but we do see Savage progressing through B now. A fake Molotov as well. Oh, look how deep Draken is. Already in the back lines. They need to be aware of this. Draken will find Cypher. That was the low HP player. Oh, Grux will take down Thomas as well. And this is looking great for Savage.
Oh, and they do some re-aggression. If there's a flashbang, it'll be perfect. In fact, apparently they don't even need one. All 5 players survive it again. It's probably going to be a little annoying. Oh, I was going to say it's going to be a bit annoying because they're going to have to keep hold of these MP9s. They fully upgraded.
We got the AWP on Draken in this one. Got it for free. Into the Breach. Not looking great on the start of this one, but obviously there's still a lot more rounds to play in this map.
Yeah, a lot of money's being built in the Savage economy right now.
That'll be the main goal for Into the Breach in this one. Try and reduce that economy. Oh, and the nade, in fact, hit Cypher. So Grux did get the information. He was close.
Have they spotted that player at sandbags?
Oh,
Maybe not too aware. Golden does drop Dobbo.
Golden's currently 5-1. Looking really nice in this one. Oh my, I'm saying Golden's 5-1, Grux is 10-1.
Yeah, Grux has had some huge rounds in this. Draken does drop Tomov. Just this 2 versus 5, sorry.
Draken finds another. Going to be looking for.
This could be another all 5 player survive. I think that's 3 rounds in a row where all 5 players survived for Savage. All but Draken, or in fact Grux just fully bought there, but they were all above 10k at the start of that round. So much money there.
Now the full buy once again for Into the Breach. They kind of need to win this one, or it could be very dicey for them.
Oh, Cypher on the edge of the smoke. He does find Golden. Keeps it level.
You know, we spoke about the Draken versus Smooya, Orb, Jewel, and Mirage. Look at the difference now. Draken 7-1, Smooya 1-6. They've only found 5 kills so far Into the Breach. Cypher though, doing very nicely here. Draken will get taken down. The A site's pretty much open. They just need to deal with Grux here.
Yeah, these players are rotating in though. They've got a lot of util to play with, so this bomb's going to be quite tough to go down.
From the cross smokes though. Adam can just plant here. Now the flashes and mollies will come through. Adam does evade though. Going to be sending a flash of his own. The player
on top of the site, he's still there.
As time ticks away, Cypher's in a very open position, but he will find one. And look at that, Cypher and Thomas doing great stuff there.
Yeah, that Cypher, he was the real difference maker there. Getting that kill onto Draken, opening up that bomb site. Draken was the solo player towards A for a very long time, so huge kill there from Cypher. To point out, Savage, they've leveled the amount of rounds they got in Mirage. So surely things can't get any worse than that. Could be just as bad, but you can't imagine they won't get another round for the rest of the game.
Into the Breach. They do need to string these together, though. That's something that Savage kind of struggled to do on their T side. Dezen, though, hasn't actually found a kill since the pistol round, but that's because Into the Breach, they've been leaning very heavily towards A, but you can see why Cypher starts things off massively, finding both Draken and Golden.
And Adam finds Grux as well. 5v2. This might just have to be the save. They do have a lot of money still in the reserve, but there's no point in throwing away your weapons, your equipment, everything you've got.
Into the Breach, if they can win the next one as well, the money for Savage is slowly going to be whittled away. Obviously, both Dezen and Tensky can drop. It's not going to be perfect money for them. We do find Thomas.
Really awkward position to try to save. Smooth does find Tensky. Should be aware of the seconds here as well. Dezen was the one that killed Thomas.
Ooh, he gets the tag onto him. Dezen dropped down to 43. Does Cypher survive?
Yeah, you don't have to take that much damage from there at all, which isn't too bad for Cypher. He'll make it out alive. Same with Dezen.
Them finding that one kill is a big difference because the money isn't perfect. Obviously, Golden can afford a buy, but actually, if they do lose this one, I do believe Savage can get a buy in the next. It is going to be rough as they do just have that 2.4 loss bonus.
Obviously, kill reward could help out a little bit, but still, Into the Breach. The issue is with losing 5 rounds in a row, if they are very dominant, it's going to be so challenging to break the economy. And even if you do eventually break it, by the time you do, their loss bonus will be in quite quite a nice position to get a buyout as soon as possible, really. Into the breach, they are looking a lot better from these last 2 rounds. And Cypher, he's been the one to really make that difference. He was the one who got those 2 opening kills towards A in that last round. And both Draken and Golden did the same thing in the round prior. So he does seem like he's going to be potentially the star player in this one for Into the Breach.
It's all about how many times can it be replicated. Because obviously these are from the fact that both Golden and Draken are playing fairly aggressively. If Savage decide to just kind of play a little bit passively, it could be a different kind of story. But the problem with A, and the problem with Vertigo in general, playing passively on the A site is such a risk because you see the wall of smokes, and then we got potential for a 5v5 post plant, that kind of situation. Do you see the AWP out on Smooya though?
Just a bit of a take pause here. Hopefully it won't be too long till we are back in the server. But from the early signs of this game, are you still confident Into the Breach are going to take this one?
I think no, they had a slow start, but I'm still confident. I think the only difference that there is going to be is I think the game's going to be a bit closer. I think the scoreline's obviously going to be a bit closer, but I still think Into the Breach are going to have this.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's still definitely a possibility unless Savage can get these at least a couple more rounds on their CT side. I feel like they need at least a couple more in the next few rounds. And I feel like then they have a real chance. If not, I feel like it's going to be too far gone.
I think as well, even if Into the Breach aren't successful in this match, they're going to Inferno. We saw how dominant they were on Inferno against Pact, so got to imagine it could be a similar kind of thing.
Back live though, both AWPers have their specialist weapons. Finally, Desert, he's been playing that position every round practically, and finally reaps the rewards. Drops Dobbo and Cypher in a really tricky situation now. Draken does find the kill on him.
The real problem, obviously, with this game so far, Dobbo hasn't actually found a kill yet. And sometimes when you start the game struggling to find a kill, you can't find your momentum. That's where you kind of get hit into that kind of brick wall of, I can't find a kill, I need to find a kill. I'll take some aggressive peeks, and it just doesn't work out. Just gave Desert a free kill towards B.
Smooya misses the shot. Lucky for Tensky, but Desert gets dropped, and Tensky's just trapped.
Sending the flash out though, has seen the shoulder of one of these players. Ooh, will take down Adam, that is the bomb. Molotov though forcing Tensky through, he's 3 HP, might find Thomas here though. Tensky's done so well, and now it's Smooya. 1 versus 3, but can't do much more. And Savage, they find their 6th.
Yeah, and with tech pauses, every now and again we can see a bit of a momentum shift. So I wonder if that had a bit of a negative effect on Into the Breach. Obviously, you can never be 100% sure, but still a buyout for Into the Breach. No money in the reserve, though.
And they do have some limitations. Cypher, no utility. Dobbo with the Galil. We are going to be seeing a fair bit of aggression towards A here, but look at the swing from Golden. He finds one. Dobbo will take down Grux. It's all about timing here, but Adam going to be progressing through. We'll find Golden as well, and now it is just Draken to defend the A site. It's this 3 versus 4, but Tensky very fast on the rotations here. The Molotovs will force these players back.
Draken's starting to get crunched on a bit.
Oh, Smooya, we're holding the pixel angle. We'll find Desert. And they know that Draken's still here towards this gap position, but it doesn't matter. And that's the final kill going the way of Smooya. And Into the Breach, they look so different in that. And I think that it all came from just that aggression. They've been trying to take ramp, and they've been doing it quite slowly and methodically, and it's been not really working out because it's been playing into Savage. But in that round, we just saw aggression. We saw Adam get so close, find Golden there. It just worked out really well for them, and that's something I feel like that we need to see a little bit more from Into the Breach. Just the lack of this respect, the lack of fear. I think that's certainly something that will help them out massively.
Yeah, miss smoke there from Savage. I also think something... Oh, what is this? It's not paid off, though. Thomas very low. Same with Smooya. But man advantage is the way of Into the Breach. Tensky isn't even given a moment to recover.
Even a moment to reload. Adam so quick behind.
They have boosted Grux up though. But they've just completely really fallen off mid, so maybe he's not going to get as much use as he would like.
We do have someone very deep on A. It is Cypher. I doubt Draken's going to be aware. We'll find the kill though. That's a great find. Brings it back to a 4 versus 4. Smooya and Thomas still very low HP, so this is going to be tough. Smooya's going to be getting a little bit aggressive. Try and find the pick onto Draken here with the AWP. We slowly see Smooya encroaching in. We do have Tensky very close here. We've got all 4 players here for Savage, and Dobbo and Thomas both find a killer piece. Grux pushing through, but will get traded by Smooya, and now it is just Golden. Deagle in hand.
Oh, he has steps as well.
Oh, and Adam elevates himself up and will find Golden. Into the breach, they find their 4th, and this is something that I feel like we've very rarely seen, but this is the eco coming in from Savage now.
Yeah, it's a really awkward situation to be in AWPer when all the smokes and the util come through. You either have to just back off through the smokes and play retake, or pray that they give you poor spacing, they give you whatever, because otherwise it's going to be so difficult, and I think we really saw that with Jack in there.
Dobbo getting both
opening
of
kills.
How has he got both of those? I know Smooya did most of the damage, but still, that is ridiculous.
Oh, Tensky. Does find Smooya. Does let Draken die in the process, though.
Surely that must have been communicated. I'm not too sure how Draken... Maybe Draken going for the peak, just trying to delay Smooya from finding Tensky, I guess. But either way, this is going to be an Into the Breach round. And Crux doing a fair bit of damage to Adam, but it isn't enough. And they do find 5 here. 1 round away from leveling things up. And Into the Breach, they've certainly found their form. Out of the last 6 rounds, they have won 5 of them. So even after going 5-0 down, they've brought themselves back into this one.
Yeah, another buyout is out for Savage. No AWP on Draken this time. No Molotov as well.
And look at Cypher. We get taken down by Golden. Grux as well, aggressing. And now it's on Dobbo. We'll get 1.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect round there from Savage. I believe they had 4 players towards A early.
It worked out. It's great from them.
Yeah, definitely caught Into the Breach off, but obviously they got Draken on the AWP again. They took all that aggression with the rifles. It does make you think maybe just stick to something like that. But obviously, you've got to think Into the Breach, they're going to be more aware that something like that could come out.
Something to mention, Charlie. Dobbo was 0-6 at one point. He's now 6-8. Brought himself very much back into this one. That's potentially how Into the Breach have found their form. A little bit of a default here from Into the Breach.
No early damage done onto anybody just yet. Golden. A really difficult situation. Descent does get found by Dobbo.
Golden, they will find Cypher, and Draken taking down Adam. And even after finding the opening pick, Into the Breach taking some aggression towards A, and it didn't pan out for them. Now it's on Grux. We'll find Dobbo. Thomas taking down Draken. Grux just going to be flashing.
Oh, that is perfect timing. Smooya does have the AWP, but you've got to think as soon as he shoots, he's getting swung on. That's exactly what happens. Golden finds that kill. But I feel like it's so tense watching every sort of A defense from Savage. You never know if it's going to work out for them or if Into the Breach is just going to snowball and destroy everybody. It's so risky.
But that's the thing. You know, they don't want to give up the bomb site, so it's really a 50-50, but it seems as though Savage, they're doing really well on these ones. We are going to be seeing this half buy from Into the Breach, and we do see Adam on the AK. See how this can work out for them. Cypher dodging the shots for now.
Yeah, it's just going to be this partial buy for the last round. Tensky. Oh, they line up perfectly. That's one of the AKs gone as well. Adam, the only one with a second. He's top fragging for Into the Breach at the moment, so Maybe he's the perfect man for the job.
Slowly going to be creeping up B. Doesn't gets himself towards white box. I think we're going to be seeing the boost here. This could be perfect. Doesn't not moving a muscle. See the Molotov towards middle. Doesn't though finding the frag. Looking for the second. Adam getting tagged down here finds one. Cypher as well taking down Golden. There we have another round for Savage.
Obviously, I don't think we expected too much in that round. It was just that partial buy, but this is what they went for that partial buy for.
You know, they decided to partially buy in that one to try and reduce the economy, but this is the last round. And look at the limitations. Fairly little utility, no warp out for Smooya. Look at this nade. Dunked right on Golden, dropped him down to 53. You've got to imagine if Into the Breach aren't successful in this one, we're going to see a 5-round lead from Savage.
Yeah, the exact same scoreline we saw on Mirage, just reversed. And finally, I think this is actually going to be the first actual proper B exec we've seen. We've seen them hit B a couple of times on the weaker buy rounds.
Dodging the flash there. Adam will take down Dezen. The site is fairly open here. Grux going to be sending the Molotov in towards white box. We'll be splitting the attack, but in fact it does miss. It's all about timing here for Tensky. Adam getting really deep here now. Dobbo with the plant. It's a 5 versus 4 post plant. Grux, very nice position though. Oh, and look at the kills. Brought it to a 2 versus 2 so quickly. Golden, though, he knows where Dobbo's position is. And the final player, it is Cypher in the 1 versus 2.
Cypher, when does he choose to peek? Oh, Golden, 3 HP. 5 HP, sorry. Does just get the kill. And Savage, they find 10.
It is looking good here for Savage. 10 rounds on their CT side. But it's all about how dominant they can be on the T side. Can they show a similar kind of situation as we saw from Into the Breach?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we said at the start of the game that this is a bit of a punish pick, or at least it seems to be a bit of a punish pick from Into the Breach. I mean, it is one of their better maps as well. So I don't think there's... I mean, it was Vertigo, Nuke, and Mirage that are their best 3 maps, and obviously Nuke did get banned, so it's clear to see why they did pick this map, but somehow Savage, they've lost all 6 of their games on it, and somehow something's working today.
Well, clearly they put a lot of time, a lot of effort into Vertigo over the last couple days / weeks, because I think they knew it was coming. They didn't want to play Nuke, so they knew the Vertigo would be the playground of this second map. Very passive here.
Making a lot of noise on A, but they're not actually committing with it. Looks like they're just backing down again. Draken wants to sell a bit more of a fake, but the bomb is falling back.
Once again, we do have some technical issues going on, but hopefully has all averted. Now the flash comes through from Dobbo. Oh, Cypher on the Julies this time.
That's a huge goal from Smooya, keeping the man advantage into the Breach's favour. Oh! Just like that, into the Breach. They do win the pistol round.
Yeah, that's crazy from them. Obviously, while we sort out these technical issues, we'll be going into us. Hopefully, it will all get sorted out. But you know, why don't you kind of talk us through what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, pretty dominant pistol round there. Was just that 3-man surviving 4 into the Breach, so not too bad from them at all. I feel like it's a very necessary round for them to win. If they did lose it, potentially Savage could have been on 12, 13 rounds. Into the breach, they can really make this game a lot closer. Savage, they have opted to force in this. A few rifles, actually. 2 Galils on that 1 AK. A Scout on Draken as well, and just the Deagle on Golden. So not too bad a buy, but in fact, into the breaches, theirs is so strong. They've got very little util, though. 3 M4s and that AUG. So they've definitely got the firepower. No early kills have been found.
Now we're going to be progressing through mid here. We've got Golden, Tensky, and Grux slowly pushing up. It will be against Dobbo towards middle as well. He is out in the open, so if we see a flash come through, Grux does have one. It could be detrimental here. Oh, Dobbo inspecting his weapon. We'll be able to find Grux as well. Thomas, Tensky. Thomas will find Tensky and Golden. Ooh, Draken with the nice shot with the Scout.
Yeah, it's just Draken remaining.
He's slowly getting flanked on here, but he does find Smooya. That's a great pick there. He's aware of the flank, but it can't do much more. Only the dink coming through, so into the breach. They find 7. They claw things back here on their CT side.
Yeah, now this one should just be the easy one. Just going to be against these pistols. Just against the eco. I wonder if they'll even invest anything into this. Just Glocks. Grux does take out the Deagle. So does Golden Asset. I mean, no surprise to see why Grux takes it out. He had a huge Deagle performance on Mirage.
I'd love to see the statistic of how many kills Grux has got with the Deagle. Because I'm genuinely thinking it could be around half.
Oh, definitely on Mirage, surely. I think he finished that with about 13 kills, maybe. I think probably most of them were with that Deagle.
Dobbo, though, will find Dezen. That's a great find. A lot of damage as well. And Adam taking down Grux. No impact with the Deagle in this round. But Dobbo's progressing. He's hungry, but in fact will lose his life. Golden can pick up that AK, but not yet. As we do see Thomas rotating in. Thomas can find the second player as well. But he's got the bomb in his grasp. And the final player, it is just Draken now. He's locked in the corner, getting sprayed down by Smooya. And into the breach, they find 8. They do lose 1 player, though, but we could potentially see the AWP out for Smooya. No, he does elect to buy that utility instead.
Yeah, but there is going to be an AWP on the other side of things. Draken's got out his big green.
As we see into the breach on this CT side, you can see they've stepped up massively. Dezen, though, will find Dobbo. That's a great early find.
Grux is just there to sell a bit of presence towards A.
Adam very close to this smoke. Tensky playing a nice little crack towards mid. We'll be throwing the Molotov now. Savage, they've got this man advantage. They know that they don't even need to peek here. They can bide their time, waste the utility, and then we'll see the aggression from them. But as the smoke fades, Grux slowly creeps up, and Dezen will find Smooya, and that's a really important kill. Now we see the Molotov.
See the B side clear. Thomas does take up his fallen teammates' positions.
Adam will find Grux as well, so that's a really important kill. Brings it to a 3 versus 4. Might be going towards B, though. Golden does have the bomb on his back, but was just having a little bit of a look in. But we do slowly see Cypher rotating in towards B as well. Tensky towards middle. Might find Adam, but at the same time, might lose his life to him. The util going to be delaying the rush. Oh, and look at Thomas. He lines up perfectly. Now we got this player pushing through mid. Tensky will find Adam.
Just Tensky and Draken remaining. And Tensky's got to initiate, and he finds the first Cypher. It's been spotted. Information gathered. Draken, he's pushing closer.
Oh, and there we have it. Cypher with the final bullets of the mag will take down Draken. Retrieve the AWP for Smooya as well. And into the breach, they're looking great in this one. A lovely round from both Thomas and Cypher there.
And they're looking like they could level things up here. No bomb plant, so no full buy is going to come out for Savage. They can invest probably just in these deagles.
Let's see if Grux can add another deagle kill to the stat page. Once again, a heavy default coming in through from Savage. They want to try and find a couple picks here or there.
Yeah, if Into the Breach win this, both teams on their CT side started off with that 5-0 lead.
Smooya posted up towards Gap here with the AWP. It's a really tough position to take a player down. Ooh, Grux with the tag through the smoke. I think it was through the sandbag though. Grux will get taken down. It's another body shot onto Adam, but it doesn't really matter. Deep smoke there from Adam. Oh, loses his life as well, and now it's all on Smooya. Gonna see some aggression towards mid, but Tensky gonna get found by Thomas. Once again, man advantage for Into the Breach.
Smooya up in Gap, surely going to find Draken. He adds that kill to his tally.
Looking for another here as well, might get it. Oh, the players are very split, but this is a shot. Golden doesn't find him though, and there we have it. All things are leveled up, and we're going to be seeing a full buy versus full buy now. Both teams have found 10 rounds, and Into the Breach, they're 6 away from closing out the series.
Yeah, Savage, they're 6 away from bringing us to that final map. Obviously, haven't been able to post around on their T side yet. If Into the Breach win this is the first time they'll take the lead on Vertigo.
We do have Draken on the AWP. Only a decoy as his lonesome piece of utility. I like this setup that we got towards B though. It could work out very well. Smooya Dobbo combo. Smooya, is he on top of the wall? He has been spotted though, and I doubt they're going to expect Dobbo so close here.
It's been taken. No early kill found from either team yet.
Dobbo has the chance to get one. Needs to try and drop this smoke down, and he's able to drop, get himself out of there as well. He's just going to remain, but look at that. Cypher was up top. I thought it was a jump shot. No, he does find him through the wall. That's 2 really important finds here for Into the Breach.
That'll be some jump if he can see over there. It's like LeBron James there.
He's got the Ronaldo vertical jump.
And to be fair, maybe. The issue is, when Dobbo got that kill towards B, the only player close by was Draken. And it's so tough to go for that sort of trade with the AWP. Draken didn't even properly attempt it.
I don't think there'd be any point. I think Dobbo wins that altercation 9 times out of 10, and especially because they saw Smooya towards B as well. They can't take that gamble. They can't. It's the 5 versus 3 now. No utility remaining for Savage, so they're going to need those individual kills. Cypher staring at the wall, looking for the smoke to land, but it won't happen. They've got no utility, and now it is just Draken. He's getting hunted.
Oh, look at the time. Yeah, he might even go down off the time.
Oh, Cypher, knife out. 1 second. Did he kill him off the time?
No, I don't think he did. Yeah, Draken's got similar money to his team, so I'd guess he probably killed him
on the
at the last second. Yeah. But finally, Into the Breach, they 2 take the lead.
And they're looking so good here. All it took for them was to find a little bit of their confidence, and they haven't lost a round on the CT side. 6 in a row for them, and it's just a matter of time before they find that all-important 16. Because I'm still back into the Breach. I still think they're going to take this one.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like Savage have fallen a bit flat on their T side, and they just don't really have much of a response. And I even feel like something that I feel like we always can see with Into the Breach is when they are on a similar buy to what Savage are on right now, they can always sort of pop a bit of a fight. You can never count them out, but I feel like Savage, they just haven't done much in these sort of rounds. Maybe this can be the one they prove me wrong in, but...
Grux on the Tech 9, clearly wanting to get a very aggressive here. I said that, just holding the smoke. It's all about whether Draken can find a kill here with the scout. Adam, though, going to be getting very close here. I always think it's really scary when you've got a player playing this close, especially with Draken in play. Gets the tag. Cypher playing with fire, and that's what you get. You're going to get burnt. Draken finding that opening pick. He has got the tag onto Adam as well, so this is looking fairly dicey. Seems as though Savage are trying to prove you wrong. Seems as though they are going to be gambling a little bit towards A. So we do see Dobbo getting into Guardian, and Smooya has rotated across now. Savage, they've got a fair bit of util in this one.
It's going to be a really tough site to take. There will be a weapon they can pick up from Cypher's corpse, though.
We do see the Molotov towards Sandbags. Oh, and they find the kill. They've got the two-man advantage here. 30 seconds remaining. They've got the two smokes and a flash. I think they're going to be going back towards B, though. And this is going to leave them with very little time. They're going full silence.
It's going to be so good. Yeah, they've got to have Grux sell a bit more of a fake than that, and he finds nothing.
Look at this. They're progressing up now. It's all on Dobbo. There's 9 seconds to try and stop the bomb going down. Does find one. Gets the second as well. Oh, he finds the bomb planter. Dobbo with the 3K. And look at this. Into the breach. Was that after time?
Yeah, that was after time.
Oh, no.
No extra money in that.
Tensky only got 2.4k to play with here. And I'm not too sure why they didn't just go towards A. They found that opening pick towards Sandbags. Just progress through. I think sometimes when you second guess yourself there, I do like the idea of sending it back towards B, but they did it so silently, it gave them no time to work with. Obviously,
they also just didn't seem like they had the util to really properly sell the fake. It was only Smooya towards A when they were actually rotating, but Grux, lightning fast, does find Adam. Cypher, that's a huge trade.
He's taking a page out of Adam's book there, but Cypher takes down Draken through the wall. Once again, we see a Cypher nade spam combo. Oh, he's going to get spammed back, though.
The revenge.
Tensky,
yeah, revenging his fallen teammate there.
Dezen is holding behind. It is Smooya. Will get found. This is where they realise that, you know, they've taken a lot of control towards middle. They can double back towards B. Obviously, this will be heard from Dobbo. But no, they are going to be going towards A. They've got the man advantage in this one. Savage, they really can't give away this next pick. They do just have the one smoke to execute this site. It is on Tensky as well. Very limited utility for Into the Breach.
They made the right call. They do have both these players towards A, and that is where the execute's going to come out. The molly's going to force Thomas back. Certainly not out.
Quite a nice position. He dodges the flash, and that's the bomb. Thomas finds one, aware of the second. Oh, and Thomas, 8 bullets remaining. Turning from a nade, but look at that. That's another 3k from an Into the Breach player, keeping their team alive. And it was Thomas this time, Dobbo in the last. And Into the Breach, they find 13, 3 rounds away from taking the whole series. And it is surely just going to be an eco from Savage, or at least just a limited half bite.
Yeah, so many of these disadvantaged situations Into the Breach, they always find a way out of it, always find a way to come out on top, and I think that's the difference in this one. Savage still haven't been able to post their first T round, but Tensky opens things up on Thomas. Great flash from Golden, rushing through the molly as well.
Now they've got another man advantage situation. Can't give this one up. We do have 2 players very deep towards B. It is Smooya and Dobbo. They're going to be aware of Dezen here. Does have the Galil as well. They are just leaving Cypher towards A as Adam has rotated middle. Very passive, but Smooya slowly having a little bit of a look for the potential. Oh, and he might get caught in rotation here. Dezen can just swing. Smooya will find one. Can't get the second though. Tensky finds his second kill in this round.
And there's 2 players watching.
Oh, there may be 2 players watching, but that's a lovely kill from Adam. They've got the util as well to hold them off. Look at Cypher, so aware that A might be the play. Adam as well, going to be rotating in, and all of this can be heard. still have a nade on Cypher, though.
There is a ding. Dobbo is tagged down a lot, but Tensky, he's only 11 HP.
And there we have it. Another man disadvantage situation that Into the Breach are successful in.
Obviously, it was just the weaker weapons, but either way.
I don't know how Smooya got that kill on Dezen. Tensky did a great job of diverting his attention, and Dezen just clearly just whiffed a couple of the shots. Smooya was allowed to readjust and find the kill. But as you mentioned, Savage, they still haven't found a round on this T side, and Into the Breach, they've won 9 in a row here.
Yeah, it really has been no response at all on Savage's T side. And I feel like that's going to be the question. I mean, only the players, I feel like, would really know. Is this poor T side from Savage due to them having a weaker Vertigo T side, or is it just the strong defense from Into the Breach?
I think it's I think it's certainly a little bit of a mesh of both. I feel like Into the Breach, they are doing really well on this CT side, but you've also got to think that Savage, they're struggling. It's not just the fact that Into the Breach are looking dominant here. It's also they are making a couple key mistakes that I feel like if they weren't making, I feel like it could be a complete different game. But look at this from Grux getting so aggressive. We'll find one. That is Adam. This is another man
Deja vu
advantage.
from that peak. It's on Adam again. Cypher was the hero to get that round back level. Let's see if he can do it again.
Cypher, in fact, will get taken down. This is a 5v2. Surely this round is going to go the way of Savage.
Draken. Forearms aren't strong enough to get that bomb towards Grux, but second time's the charm.
And I think this is just going to be the save. Look where Smooya is. Well, not Smooya. Look where Thomas is.
Yeah, in fact, considering how many rounds they won in a row, there's not actually much money in the reserve at all from Into the Breach.
Yeah, Savage, they've done a good job to keep these rounds fairly... Not close. I feel like these rounds should have been won by Savage, and Into the Breach have done great in these man disadvantages. But Savage, they've done well to get those kills.
Yeah, and I think talking about the T side of Savage in general is maybe that's where their poor win rate really shows. Maybe they're just not that well versed on their T side of this map, and maybe that is the real problem. But finally, after 10 rounds, they find their first.
The most important thing is they need to string these together. Obviously, they've got a little bit of money in reserve, keeping all their players alive. So if Savage aren't successful in this one, they will be able to get a buyout in the next. Not a similar story for Into the Breach, though. Savage, they can find 13 off the back of this one, but they have to be successful. And seeing as it's taken them 10 rounds to win their first, you've got to expect that this will be tough.
Yeah, sometimes we can just see teams, they really struggle, and then as soon as they get that one on the board, they just come out the gate swinging. But that's what they've got to. If there's any chance of them bringing this to that third and final map, it could just all fizzle out Into the Breach. Could just take this 2-0.
Do we see a boost in mid? Not too sure what we are seeing.
Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah. There's this weird pallet thing, and someone can stand on top and someone stands below. It's a really weird angle if you're coming out facing it.
Smooya just jumping on top of the sandbags, finding one. Sadly, the pallet boost won't find anything, as we do see Thomas rotating towards B. But that is such an important kill from Smooya. That's the opening pick for Into the Breach. That's something that we've rarely seen.
You're going to try to find a way they can get it back. Draken does have an opportunity to get Cypher. Oh, but the boost, that is costly. Tensky with a double. Cypher, he's all alone here towards the A-bomb site, and he finds one. Tensky, full blind, drops Cypher.
Draken taking a page out of Smooya's book, just elevated up there. Jumping on top of the sandbags.
Just Dobbo. I mean, this round looked destined to be an Into the Breach one. Finally, we see Savage doing what Into the Breach were doing so well, winning these disadvantaged situations. But that boost, I think Into the Breach, they're going to look at the demo and realize that that was a very costly decision.
Was it Smooya that got boosted up?
Yeah, he was the one who got boosted up.
He has the AWP in hand. Obviously, very confident AWPer, and very rarely misses his shots as well. But I think as well, in that situation, you don't need to take a risk like that. Obviously, once you get a kill on the boost, you can fall off, take the team by surprise. But once someone's holding it,
Look how paranoid Tensky is. He's
Rightly
getting
so.
every inch he can just to get as far away from that bomb. Does survive, though. Now
That's
we've got a real game on our hands. Luckily for Into the Breach, they had a couple of players save, but they are actually choosing to force this. If they lose this one, we'll be leveled up 14 to 14.
Yeah, that's a scary thing to think about, but Smooya going to be peeking aggressively towards A, but it doesn't matter. Dezen finds Dobbo very early on there. I do believe Dobbo was on a Deagle.
No, he was on the M4. He saved it.
Well, that is disappointing then. Not too sure why he played so aggressive there. I just assumed he would have had one of the weaker weapons.
Yeah, I think potentially just trying to get him posted up and then they can take control elsewhere. But Smooya in between a rock and a hard place, he gets found. They're the two real hard hitters left in the round.
Really,
no defuse kit.
I really don't know what Into the Breach do here. Ooh, Tensky, the whiff spray, but Golden, sorry.
It doesn't even get the kill, yeah.
Look at that. Savage, they do find 13. Their money's looking really good as their rounds, they have been very successful. They have been very dominant, and now we see an eco from Into the Breach. Savage, they found a little bit of life at the end of this half, and this could be the difference. They only need 3 more to convert this map.
Yeah, and I mentioned sometimes we can just see teams really struggle, really falter, and then as soon as they get that one round on the board, they're really flying. Oh, look at this mid-take. Golden could pad his stats a bit here. He finds 3.
Tensky keeping him alive
Tensky wants a bit of that action.
No ace for Golden.
Didn't want to get Golden the ace. Didn't want to get his ego too heavily padded, but 14 to 14. We're in the real dying embers of this game.
This is dangerous territory. Even if Into the Breach are successful in this one, they've got to do it dominantly because they really don't have the money in the reserve. Whereas for Savage, I think Savage, if they can win this one, it could be all over.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even if Into the Breach win it, but take quite a few casualties, their bite will have a lot of limitations. Missed grenade there from Tensky. We've seen a few actual missed grenades from Savage, and I wonder if that is just them not feeling 100% comfortable on the map.
If there were a round for Savage to go towards A, it wouldn't be this one. We do have a lot of smokes down towards ramp. They've been doing quite well here when they've been going fast towards A, but they decided against it. They've decided to play things slower. I think this might be a problem for them.
It did work from the last time where they caught out Smooya, but obviously they got that early kill towards B on Dobbo initially.
I don't think Tensky's realised that he's seen him, but Cypher will get taken down. Tensky with a really important kill. Smooya going to try and keep his teammate alive, but Adam, in fact, jumping to the right, gets himself killed there. And this round's all on Smooya.
Dobbo rotating as well. All 3 defenders are here. This bomb will be planted, no issue. Oh, Draken's going to think better of doing that, but he does get found by Smooya.
Brings it to the 3 versus 3. Do they even have a kit to play with?
No, they don't. Look how limited all the util is, in fact.
Oh,
Golden with the span is perfect. Oh, he wants to take everything. He wants Smooya.
Oh, and he might just find him.
Yeah, he's slowly pushing in through CT. Smooya's very aware, though. Great angle to actually get onto. So he should be able to keep this M4 alive. No AWP for him, though.
This is so rough.
The AK.
Into the Breach. This was 14-9 at one point. Or 14-10.
Yeah, 14-10. I'm having 9 rounds in a row.
This is looking really rough from them. Obviously, they do have that initial win, so even if they aren't successful in this one, they've still got a 3rd map, but you've got to think what that's going to do to the mentality.
Yeah, actually, look at all the kills on Into the Breach. They're all so similar. It makes you think they just don't have that individual stepping up. Oh, this is looking good, actually. This is the worst time for you to call a B hit. Into the Breach, they read it like an absolute book.
We had 3 players there. Really impressive calls there from Adam. Grux slowly creeping up ramp.
Yeah, he was the player who really shut down the boost the last time it came into view. They're just juggling the bomb between each other.
Nice little pass the bomb, pass the parcel. I think the real problem is because Grux shut it down with ease, they might not be expecting it.
They're still on there, Draken. Oh, I haven't seen it. How long are they going to stay on this boost for?
As long as they want, Charlie. He's working out this nade. Can do a fair bit of damage. Just missed his mark, but Thomas didn't miss his. And here we have it. We're going to OT. We're going the distance. Even after Savage finding 5 in a row into the breach. I think they just want us at the edge of our seats, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it took them the last round to get 15, it really was right down to the wire there. At 9 rounds in a row from them, it did seem like it was all over. It seemed like Savage, they just had no response at all. But as soon as they got one, they all started coming apparently. But neither team could find that all-important 16. So we are going to overtime. And 19 rounds is the key number to get.
And I think to mention as well, obviously, you know, both teams favoured that CT side. So you've got to imagine you want at least 2 rounds on the CT side here. I think if Savage can find 2 here in this first half of overtime, they're going to be very happy.
Let's see if it pans out that way for them.
Oh, Draken will find Smooya. That's the orb getting taken down. Thomas very fast to rotate in. We see time and time again Thomas leaning a little bit more towards middle and B, but he's on the A site now. But it's going to be this B here, and it will be Adam to halt it. It does have full utility. Not much util has, in fact, been used from Into the Breach so far, but this boost could catch Adam out. He needs to be aware. Flash is perfect, though. Gambling very heavily towards A, but now they know that B is going to be the play. Adam needs to find this kill. He does find one. Looking for the second as well. Oh, and I love that from Adam.
He's holding his ground. And he gets the kills reasonably. Damage Dobbo in the flank as well. Golden does finally get the draw. Oh! What is that onto Adam?
I love the awareness of Dobbo to know that Adam's going to be doing that play. This tap, but Golden will find Dobbo. And now it is just Thomas that remains. Thomas finds one. But even after the brilliance from Adam, it isn't enough. And Savage, they find their first T round into the breach. They really need to find these next 2.
Yeah, and the real dangerous thing is, if Savage win this, there's a chance they can get all 3. Because just have a quick look at the money in the bank of the Into the Breach guys. It'll only be 2.4 loss bonus.
Even if it
wouldn't be that, it would be the first one. Yeah, I think it'd be 1.9? Yeah, 1.9 loss bonus. So, yeah, they'll have, like, next to nothing to invest.
Even if Into the Breach win, if they don't win it comfortably, it's going to be really tough for them as well. Because we've got a lot of players with very little in the reserve. It's a great find from Cypher, though. Really important kill onto Grux.
Yeah, must have just been sitting in that smoke, aware that Grux has gone for that play a few times. Clearly a few times too many.
Look at the damage that Cypher did to Draken as well. He's been dropped down to 39. Is that a miss smoke or really tactical? Well, it's worked out. It's blocked Golden's line of sight. If that's a CT smoke, it is a CT smoke. There's no way. There surely is no way that was intentional.
That cannot be, surely. But you never know. These teams are playing 4D chess while we're playing checkers, so we never really have an idea.
Do have the man advantage though into the breach. They can't give up this next pick. You have a lot of players towards B though for Savage. We do still have Tensky lurking a little bit towards middle. But this is all on Dobbo now. About timing on his swing, but the flash is perfect. Just slightly struggle, but we'll find Desert. Now they're going to be pushing up towards B. Oh, I love this angle. Thomas will take down Golden. It is the 5 versus 2, but it doesn't matter. And into the breach, they are successful. They win it dominantly, so that's not going to be a problem. Their economy should be fine. And this round really is going to dictate how this overtime goes. If Into the Breach are successful, you've got to imagine they've still got a chance to win this one. Whereas for Savage, finding 2 rounds on the T side, that's what all of these, well, both of these teams are going to be looking for.
Yeah, it really is. Smooya, obviously back on his AWP.
Smooya able to find Grux. Golden with the trade. Adam trying to keep his team alive. They will just be falling back now. A lot of damage done to the T's here. Smooya will be peeking here. Look how close these two warpers are. They're literally next to each other.
Both of them make it out alive, though, at least for now.
They are going to be going towards A. They do have a minute, roughly a minute to play with here. But look at this, Savage. They're completely frozen in position. They know that they don't even need to peek. Oh, and look at this from Draken. Once again, Smooya and Draken. What a shot!
Great find.
Can he do
His
it
team a
again?
bit more advantage. Oh, he just goes for the hard shots.
Now it's Dobbo. In a really tough position. Finds one. Needs to try and find the second, but Thomas keeping him alive. Thomas does time and time again, doing so much in this one. Currently the top performing player for Into the Breach. There's only 20 seconds remaining and it's just Draken. He found the two openers. He found the difficult shots and now he's in the 1v2 and just with the AWP in play. Can't do much, and Dobbo with the clean one tap. Into the Breach, they do find 2 rounds on their CT side.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really good for a moment, but they just weren't aware that Thomas was also there. So Dobbo, he basically just baited Thomas in. He got 2 kills of his own. Huge performance on that defense there. And it was once again another heavily disadvantaged round that Into the Breach were able to convert.
It's ridiculous. It seems as though time and time again, Into the Breach are just getting saved by these players stepping up when needed. But I don't think it's, obviously we're seeing heroics from these players, but I don't think it's just Into the Breach stepping up. I think there are some misplays coming through from Savage here. Oh, they're going to be leaning heavily towards B. Oh, look at the spam from Tensky. We'll find Dobbo. That's a great find. Through the wall, through a smoke. And Draken will find Cypher as well. That's 2 great openers. We've got a 2-man advantage here. Surely Into the Breach shouldn't be able to win this one.
Yeah, to point out, Savage, they need all 3 of their CD rounds. They want to win this one. Into the Breach, they need 2.
Oh, and Grux finds Adam. That's the bomb carrier. This round...
Yeah, just smoking it off. Yeah, there's surely no way. Thomas is going to be brute forcing his way through. Just giving up his life. Smooya, he's been hurt as well.
He's 3 HP. We'll find 1. That's all he can find. Savage, they level things up. They find 17. It's all about whether... If they can find this next round, the money on Into the Breach is going to be broken.
The money isn't going to be that bad because it is obviously just the AKs you're buying. So they'll always be able to get somewhat of a buyout. It won't be as bad as the CT's buy, so it will maybe be like Galil's AKs, limited util, whatever. But it will deny Smooya getting another AWP.
It might even deny him getting a rifle out. We'll only be having that 3.3k. Into the Breach now. Taking a page out of Savage's book. They're playing this so passively because they know they cannot give up this next round. They're the ones that want to be on map point, not the other way around. Something to mention though, it seems as though Into the Breach, whenever the other team's on map point, they seem to be able to find a way to keep them in it. Oh, and they're aware. Draken completely alone will get found. Adam, clean shot. Now the rotations are going to be coming through. Adam is aware of this. Grux in a great position though. Surely we'll be getting flashed in here. We'll find Cypher. Drop down to 19 HP.
Only does a little bit of tag damage to Adam, but he's still alive and most of his health still intact. Oh, look at this hold.
Golden has dropped off. The bomb can be retrieved. They've got 40 seconds to play with here. We do see the rotations coming through, but Adam slowly creeping back down the ramp. I say that, look at Tensky. He's progressing. Adam finds one. I doubt he's aware of Golden here. Oh, and now the swing comes through. Golden has been spotted. Now Thomas knows he needs to find this pick on A, and he does. And I think he might just be going for the kill on Golden. Oh, will find the kill.
When he fell off there, I thought it was all over for Golden, and somehow, no disrespect to Golden, but he is playing incredible from what we're used to. 33 kills, and I feel like I remember when we went into overtime, I saw he was on 29 kills. I don't even remember him having big clips, so clearly just impact rounds here or there, just like a few kills each round is all he needs.
They are going to be seeing this aggression from Into the Breach. They are taking some control towards ramp, but they've been halted by the smoke. Thomas now going to be creeping towards middle. We could be going to a third hit. Still on the card, Savage on map point. We're going to need some absolute heroics here from Into the Breach.
And if they do lose this one, Thomas, he's going to be rethinking that 1v1.
It's really tough. It's really tough in those situations. See, if Thomas decides to peek backwards and he finds the kill, he's a genius. But seeing as he lost the 1v1, it's obviously going to be seen in a different light. Fair bit of chip damage has been done. Cypher will be dropped down to 73. Dobbo as well. Not a single player for Into the Breach is on 100 health, whereas for Savage, that's the threshold for everyone. They're all full HP. Very limited utility though. Oh, Grux just going to get taken down through the wall. Draken will find one. He's going to be looking for more. Flash is good though. Golden will find Dobbo. Smooya with the trade. Oh, the miss shot from Draken. And that could be the make or break. And look at Adam progressing up here, but won't find it. It's all on Smooya. The 1 versus 2 does have the bomb on his back. He is slowly getting flanked from Tensky here. Needs to try and find Desant.
20 seconds as well.
Oh, when he didn't take the gamble correctly. He decided to look towards short and not towards sight. And Savage, they find the second map. It is, we are going to be going to the third. It is going to be going to Inferno. But that's a great performance from Savage. And you mentioned it. It's not just a great performance from Savage. It's a great performance from Golden. Absolutely crazy amount of kills there. I don't think anyone was really expecting that. So you've got to say hats off to Golden in that one.
Yeah, completely. I mean, Golden is definitely not a fragging in-game leader. I mean, on HLTV, his last 3-month statistics are 0.81. So it just shows how a game like that is huge for him. And previously in the Tricked game as well, the game we played earlier today, he had another huge performance. So clearly, they're sank in the water today because he's been playing really well. And what a performance from him in that one. And it felt like he was actually probably the real difference maker at the end there, because obviously Savage, they had no response on their T side. It was 14-10 at one point, like you touched on. And then it seemed like something just flipped in them. And they were able just to somehow get more and more rounds, more and more momentum. And then as soon as we went to overtime, I mean, on their CT side, they just looked great.
Yeah, I think Savage, they're going to be really happy with that result. Beating Into the Breach on the map that I think they were very worried about. And it's clear that Savage have made some changes, because the last game against Into the Breach on Vertigo really was unsuccessful. But to take it to overtime, to win it as well, it means we're going to be going to Inferno next. Obviously, Into the Breach looked really dominant in Inferno in their last series. They did win it 16-5. So they're going to be really happy with that. But it's all about, can they bring it up? Oh, 16-7, I believe. Not too sure, but can they bring it into this one? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's going to be, it's all up in the air now. I feel like it is anyone's game. It's just who plays the best on the day, who's the best in the map, who's the best in the server, really. Yeah,
and I think we're definitely going to see it go down to the wire as well. Obviously, both of these teams, they looked really good in the previous series that they played today. And it would make sense to go to the third map, but we will be going to that third map. It is Inferno. So I can't wait to see that one play out. I think we saw the aggression from a lot of players on that T side from Savage, and we also saw it time and time again, as we kind of always see from Adam. So I think it will be a really fun match to watch. Obviously, it will be just slightly after the break though, so we will be going into that very shortly.
while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin. Temptation within. Mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
You get to watch a knife round in this one because obviously it is just the final map, so no side choices. It will just be all dependent on the knife round, and Savage, they do actually win it, so they'll get the choice of side.
I really wonder where they are going to choose. Obviously, Inferno, it is statistically a T-sided map, but a lot of teams still favour that CT side. And I think it is really just personal preference. But yeah, I think it is going to be a really good one. I can't wait to see how the CT side works out for Into the Breach, because I think that's a side that we see them dominate on time and time again. But we are going to be going into the map very shortly. Yeah, it's going to be the pistol round now. So everything's going to be getting started off here.
Very late to buy on Savage, but most players have armor. Grux is the only one with util. He drops one of the flashes over to Golden. Does have a defuse kit as well.
I do like that Adam just holding a flash for the potential of the banana aggression. But look at this. We see some second mid aggression here. It could work out for them. But Dezen now playing towards apartments. We'll find one. Dezen was really good in the pistol round before, but might be able to only get one. But it doesn't matter. Grux and Tensky both putting up numbers of their own. And now it is just Cypher and Adam that remain. They are going to be going towards B. We do have 2 players defending here. Still a smoke.
The issue is one of them is Grux. He's 1 HP. Oh, maybe it doesn't matter. 1 bullet, 1 HP. That's all he needs.
Now it's all on Adam. Spoke about how Inferno is one of his stronger maps. If there were to be a time to step up, it would be now, but it doesn't matter. Golden, that was the in-game leader duel there, and Golden was successful. So that's the pistol round going to Savage on that CT side.
Yeah, really nice pistol. I mean, it's such a risk going for like sort of too much, something too fancy on the pistol round, I suppose, because it can be absolutely destroyed just by the Glock spams or something. But I love how they took apps there.
It worked out massively for them. I like this from Savage as well. They're putting a lot of aggression towards middle. Cypher so deep already. The flash. Oh, the flash may be good. He will eventually find the kill, but that is detrimental. You've got to think if Cypher found that kill quickly, could have potentially found both. We are going to see the re-aggression from Golden here. He will be met with a lot of players waiting, and that's a great kill from Dobbo. We've got players in the back line.
The bomb could go down. Smooya, he's the one with...
Did you not realise?
Equipment on the back. He just backs away. I mean, a lot of damage is taken. Doesn't look like they wanted to overcommit it.
Smooya will be dropping the bomb as well. We do see Draken rotating, but look at the health of 2 of these players, both Grux and Draken. 30 health combined.
Nice bit of tag damage onto Adam there. Just to spat even more. Smooya, 10 HP. So now it's a bit more even. Good few players very low. There is a Molotov on Tensky as well.
We do have...
Oh, this could be dumped towards Snoobox. And are there 2 people here?
Yeah, there must
be. This could be everything. This could be it.
There's the molly. Was the boost, but Smooya finds one. A great position here. We've got 3 players all very close towards Dark. Smooya just needs to keep himself alive. I think it's just going to be the save, though. And Into the Breach, they fight back with the pistols. And this is great from them. Straight away, they don't allow Savage to string them together. Dobbo will be able to take down Tensky as well. And it is just Draken that remains.
Yeah, only 1 player survived them. 4 Into the Breach as well. Does get to retrieve that M4. So, I mean, we are going to be seeing a force, or at least... we assume we're going to be seeing a force from Savage. So it's not going to be a perfect buy from Into the Breach either. Was not a clean round. But I felt like as soon as that molly got dropped, I thought that was going to be the difference, but it really wasn't. They didn't seem to actually get any kills from them rotated away.
I don't know if you've seen this. Draken's still got 1.2k in the bank. Could have either dropped over an MP9 to his teammates or bought out some util, but is saving for the AWP. And you've got to imagine that's a bit of a risk, and if they don't win this round, it could be detrimental. But Grux starting things off nicely. Will get taken down by Dobbo, though. And now Draken strikes with the M4.
Yeah, just Dezen towards B, and it looks like they're going to be hitting it fast. Oh, Thomas, I thought that was primed to be an instant headshot.
We'll be seeing the smoke here. Dropping a nade. That could do a lot of damage. Oh, Thomas will eventually convert. Takes down Golden. We still got a player towards Ruins, but deep behind the Molotov. Is this 3 versus 3 now? Initially, I would have favoured Savage in this one, but now into the breach, they got the bomb down. No kit for Savage. They've got the utility and the weaponry as well. You've got to imagine that this is going to go the way of into the breach, but Desmond starts things off nicely, but Dobbo and Thomas both find kill each, and it's just Tensky that remains. Doesn't have time to be going through ruins. I think Tensky's just going to be playing for some kills.
Definitely could find some here. Dobbo's so low, but he should be able to get out alive, actually. Charging down the end of Banana, yeah, he'll be fine. Oh, maybe not, actually. How much health did he have?
6 HP.
I'm surprised he actually didn't die. Where was the bomb planted? Was it just default?
No, it was planted behind first oranges.
Oh, yeah, that'll be the reason why then. I was going to say, Tensky does survive again, though. So another player living, another saved weapon, and it's going to keep the money low on into the breach. So there's a way that Tensky can pull off some hero plays with this M4, whether they win the round or not. If he can do a lot of damage when they are finally on their full buys, it could be huge. But that's Tensky again, dropped it initially. Lots of damage done onto Smuya, but all players for into the breach are still alive and kicking.
We're going to be playing this one quite slowly. Obviously, it is Desmond with the Deagle. Golden on the M4. Does he have no... He doesn't have any armor.
Who's this, sorry?
Golden.
Yeah, I mean, it was Tensky's weapon.
Ah. Now that makes a lot more sense. Grux is going to be progressing through second mid. We'll find Dobbo. And this is actually doable here for Savage. Smuya, very low HP. They are going to be against the pistols, but they are still going towards B. And if they can find Golden cleanly, this will be a very important kill for them. Now the util will come through.
Smuya does not like planting that bomb. Obviously, because he's low HP as well. Very easy to get spammed.
The spam isn't perfect, though. Smuya probably would have been fine there. Golden, that's your teammate. Don't shoot at him. We're going to be seeing a flash through the smoke, though. Oh, Thomas. Oh, he gets them both, even after getting shot at from the player deep.
Look how low a couple of these players actually are. But I don't even know if they'll go down. I mentioned that this sort of... The amount of damage they can do could be huge, could be everything. I think Savage probably want to keep hold of these weapons as well. They got a couple of rifles saved.
Both Thomas and Smuya are sending it deep towards T-spawn. Dobbo, he knew how damaging that bomb can be. Didn't want to take any risks. But there we have it, into the breach. They find 3 on their T side. They are looking really good. It will be the full buy from Savage now. They do have some weapons saved over as well, so their money isn't going to be fully broken. Obviously, Golden and Tensky will have weapons here, so they can invest a lot in the next if they aren't successful, but that's not their biggest problem. They need to find success here. They can't give into the breach a good lead on this T side.
It's actually a Mac 10 on Adam. He might try to get really up in the face. Oh, that is incredible.
Did you see
Cypher,
that?
the amount of times we've seen a nade spray combo, but this time it was Tensky that does it to him.
But it wasn't awareness. He naded on top of the kind of the dirt, and it basically means you can see through the smoke. If you guys go back at the demo, it's crazy. So smart there. You might have just thought it was a random nade throw, but no, it was perfectly lined up, and look at this. We spoke about them needing success, and it's come through massively here. The final player is just Smuya in the 1v5 with 13 HP. Got to imagine that this is all over.
Yes, if he can get another kill before going down, that'll probably be job done.
Yeah, obviously, the money on Into the Breach isn't perfect. We do have players like Cypher, Thomas, and Smuya with a fair bit in the bank. But we mentioned how strong Adam is on Inferno. Still hasn't found his first kill yet. Smuya taking things very slowly. And will get taken down. There we have it. Savage, they find their second there. They halt the kind of win streak of Into the Breach. But now Savage, they need to string them together, because they can break the money of Into the Breach off the back of this round, and that's where they can take the lead.
Open plate for Into the Breach still. Smooth's got one.
Draken as well. See what they can do.
His orb wasn't even needed last round.
Might be needed now, especially as Smooth has shown he's got the big green in hand. That's a great kill onto Golden. Orb or not, Smooth is never missing that headshot. And now they're going to be progressing up towards B. It is just Dezen to defend. They smoke it off. Adam retrieve that M4. The flash is going to be perfect, though. Oh, Dobbo. We sees a player here. Dobbo gets the second. Cypher as well finds Draken through the smoke. And look at this, Into the Breach. They fight back with fury. And it's Smooya hunting. What? I don't know how Grux didn't get that kill, but Smooya very quick to find it.
Get Into the Breach. They really don't allow Savage any breathing room. Only one round in a row that they got. No rounds strung together.
Look, it's just forced them onto this eco. It's not really an eco, it's a force around Draken's scout, but Smooya's finding that one. Grux now on the scout. Molotov, though, forcing him back. Dobbo. Gonna try and find this pick here. Oh, will take down Tensky. He dropped fairly low. 26 health, but look at that. That's a lovely shot from Cypher.
Yeah, and he's slowly going to confirm the B site's clear.
Smooya. Really aware of players here. Grux will find Thomas. Once again, putting another stat for the Deagle kill there. But I think Grux is going to get hunted. They don't want to give any money, any weapon, anything to Savage. Obviously, the money for Into the Breach isn't perfect either, so they can't, you know, really justify going hunting. Ooh, lovely adjustment from Grux there. Grux finds another.
Yeah, and I see the money off Into the Breach isn't that great. I think they're just going to respect him now. Yeah, they're not going to go for it anymore.
Now Into the Breach, they found 5. Draken straight away bringing out the orb.
Yeah, he's someone who just hasn't had much impact in the game so far. In fact, most Savage players hasn't. Only really Grux, Tensky, he's got a few at this point.
Dezen now has the chance to find Adam, but he doesn't find the spam through the smoke. Oh, it's all about timing here. Adam, he's on the box, he's on the car, and he will find Dezen. Even after Dezen's consistent spams, it doesn't work out. Clearly a little bit of miscommunication there, as Adam was already up banana, but they still decide to molly it. But now Adam's going to push through. A lot of aggression here. We got 3 players rotated in very quickly, though. Already Golden so fast here. Out ruins. He will find one, but the trade comes through. Cypher, really important kill there. Now it's Draken's time to shine. Oh, what?
Whoa.
That is
You
ridiculous.
guys are a bit delayed seeing that, but that is ridiculous.
That's a crazy shot. There's no anti-stratting that. Smooth, though, will find Grux. Dobbo takes down Draken. Draken, he hit the near impossible shot, but the one there couldn't find Tensky. It's just going to be playing to take these weapons down. Smooth, he doesn't want to give the orb away. He's happy to die to make sure they don't get it.
Let's actually see if he does.
Yeah, he will get taken down.
That's close. I thought it might go into the next round just before.
We do have another technical pause coming through. That's the real crux of online. But all events just trying to battle as much as they can to make sure that everything is as fair for all teams. But into the breach, I like the pattern going on. They lose one round, they find 3. So Savage, they should be able to, if they want to keep the pattern going, they're going to have to win the next. But realistically, it's just going to be the pistols. Potentially something invested from Golden, but I really doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a technical pause, but I think at some point we've got to see just a normal pause from Savage, because they are really struggling in this.
Oh, what a find from Cypher. That's Tensky getting taken down. And now they're just going to be exploding out of apartments. Feel like we've very rarely seen Into the Breach go towards A. Oh, and this is why Grux and Draken just waiting around here. It's a 2 versus 4.
Yeah, still, obviously the weapons do favour Into the Breach. In fact, Adam's only got an MP, only got a Mac.
Smooya will find 1. This round is kind of all on his shoulders as we do just have Adam with the Mac 10, as you mentioned. We've got a lot of time on their hands, though, so they can try and find this one. Adam needs to be aware that Grave could be the play.
I mean, Savage, they can just wait. Force these guys to really push into. Just as a team, as a collective. Do what they can. Smooya is now in apps.
Adam really struggling here. Oh, he does the busy work. He finds the more difficult kill, and now he's pulling out the Glock. It's all about timing. Eventually, he's going to lose his head, but Golden will get found. Grux is really close. Adam switching to the Glock. Smooya does the same, and even after we saw heroics from Grux, it wasn't enough. Into the Breach, they still win the round, but I think Into the Breach, they realize, you know what, we had success on B, let's go towards A, and now they know, let's not go towards A. A is on lock.
That's a really costly round for Savage. That was a 2 versus 4 at one point. And it felt like they did all the hard work, and then they were patient for a solid amount of time, but then it seemed like they just lost that patience.
They wanted to close the round out a little too quickly, and sometimes in those situations, okay, yeah, you've got 2 players on Deagles, one with an MP9. You have no reason to peek. The bomb's in your control. They're going to have the AWP progressing with a Mac 10. You can just play together, but it seemed as though Savage, they wanted that round a little too much, and they tried to force it. But in doing so, Into the Breach were successful. It was still a successful round for Savage. They did break, they cost a lot of money for Into the Breach, as they did find 4 kills, but I feel like they should have found the round as well. Smooya currently 11-4, stepping up massively in this game. Putting up some really big numbers. Now Dobbo is going to be aggressing towards Boiler. We do see Draken towards B. It's a fairly heavy B lean from both teams. We got 6 players on the server right here. Oh, and look at that, Adam. Dodge the flash, find a kill.
He's got a real chance for another here. He is trapped in this corner now, the molly.
He doesn't even need to molly it. Not yet, anyway. The second one will come through, and Into the Breach, they can take their time here. They're going to be boosting Smooya over here. He's going to be trying to find the pick towards him, and look at that. He finds Draken. That boost over the smoke was awesome. It is just Golden now defending B. Oh, and he's going to need to put up some numbers here. He's getting spammed, though. And Adam surely just going to swing, and Adam will take him down. And this could be the save here from Savage. I don't know if you realise. Look at Thomas. He's in apartments.
Yeah, he's gonna be a real nuisance if they do try to save.
That is where they are going to be looking for. Obviously, Savage, they don't realise that the health combined holding down this B site is only 132. It's not that much, but they've got to assume that all these players are full HP. They don't know how much damage they've dealt.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another round. It seems like everything that Into the Breach do is just perfect. Finding that initial kill and doing the boost over the smoke, negating any sort of impact that Draken could have.
And now we get into the closing stages of this half. Into the Breach, they've already won it. They've got a 6-round lead, and they're certainly looking to progress. And this is what we were talking about. Into the Breach, Inferno looks so dominant for them. And obviously, we spoke about statistically it's a T-sided map, but not by this chance. Not by this kind of deficit. You're never expecting only 2 rounds to be found out of 10.
Yeah, obviously, like you touched on, it is like statistically a slightly T-sided map. But most teams do still tend to favor the CT side, or at least that's what they choose to go for if they do pick it. But it's just really nothing able to be done here from Savage at all.
Tensky finding the opening pick on Smooya, really important kill. Draken now going to be shooting off towards long, diverting the attention. The Molotov will force him back, but they're going to be swinging through it. Draken finds one, but Thomas with the trade. That's a great kill. Brings it to this 3 versus 4. Adam just around that half HP mark, but Thomas, he's going through. Oh, I love the confidence here. He finds one. Needs to be aware that Library, there is a player push through. It's all about timing here for Thomas. And when he finds the kill, Thomas is on a tear.
All it is just Tensky in pit. Yeah, he just gets found. Dobbo, no need to turn from that flash.
I think we are going to have some more technical issues as well, as we do see Cypher leave the server. But still, look at Into the Breach. 9 and 2. They're looking so good in this one. It will just be the save from Golden. I say that. It's still towards the bomb site. And they know how much Into the Breach have been hunting. Oh, no. Into the Breach, surely. This can't be how it's done. Does he have time for this?
Oh, he's just faking it.
It could have worked. It really could have worked.
Yeah, he just faked it to get Thomas. Yeah, there was a chance. There was definitely a chance, but Thomas, he came back a little bit. So I don't know. It's tough to know.
I think in those situations, I think if, let's say the game's a little bit closer, I think the play that Golden made, perfect. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Getting another gun out of their hands just to limit economy. But the economy on Into the Breach is looking fairly strong. And also, the rounds for Savage just aren't there. I think Golden, if he just carried on shifting up, could have got the Ninja Defuse there. That's definitely something that they want in this one. We have 3 players towards B again. Lovely nade there. We might see a flash for Golden to peek. We're just going to be swinging, finds one. He's peeking again, gets a second, looking for the third, but Adam will eventually take him down. Now we see the Molotov from Adam. A little bit of a risk there, throwing it on the jump. He could have got taken down there. We do see the man advantage for Savage. And this has to be a round that they are successful in.
It looks like it's just going to be B execute.
On the edge of the smoke, Draken dropped solo. The nade can take him down, but they know that he's a player towards oranges. Dezen will get found here. Look how far the rotations are away.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas has just conditioned them into thinking, oh, there's always a chance there's a lurk.
And it's great from them. This nade not going to hit its mark, as we do have the players towards the right-hand side of the site. Draken, like a pillar, he's been staying here the whole time, and now we're going to be seeing the smoke towards Banana, but once again, there's no one there. This is looking great for Into the Breach. None of Savage's util has really benefited them. And now we see the aggression here. Adam decides to swing, though. Potentially not the best idea, but Thomas will find one. 2 HP. It doesn't matter his health. Draken will take one down, but Draken lives. The AWP is saved, but into the breach, they find double digits. They find 10 here. And this is looking really rough for Savage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the solution would be. It looked good to start with. Golden got a double. But it just wasn't enough. The actual defense got nothing on the execute.
I think as well, Golden was completely alone. He decided to swing Banana, got the first. The confidence to repeat and get the second. Obviously, we're expecting the trade to come through, but there was no one to trade Golden. There was no one to kind of help him out, as we did see the remaining players. There was 3 players towards B. They'd already fallen back. We had one on top of Oranges and obviously Draken towards CT. And I think, you know, the kind of mentality to just give up Banana, Savage, they can't be doing that. And especially after Golden finding those kills, he needed his teammates with him there.
Yeah, it does sort of feel like we're just seeing a few individual plays right now. And they're just hoping that they can do something individually and maybe not so much as a team. And just pray that it works, but it certainly isn't.
Look at this from Draken. He's really deep. It might get taken down. Smooya will find one. Cypher gets another, but the trade will come through. It comes down to a 3 versus 3. The util isn't perfect for Into the Breach, but now we see the aggression towards Apartments. But they do get out unscathed. Dobbo and Thomas were aware of potential for Tensky in apps. Now they can just take brackets control, but they are worried about behind.
Yeah, this is such a crucial round. I feel like Savage, they sort of need 5 rounds, I think, minimum. And to think they won the pistol round as well.
This is so awkward. Because look at this, Tensky's cleared out Apartments, sees nothing towards brackets. You know, we've had Golden in library this whole time, and he hasn't seen anything long. So they've got to think, God, they just got perfect timing, and that's exactly what has happened. The A site completely open. I doubt they're going to be aware that we've got 2 players very close here. Ooh, Dobbo stuck in a molly here. Dropped down to 44. The aggressor towards short will get taken down. Thomas, that's a really important kill. Did spot one as well, so they know the whereabouts of both of these players. Adam has heard the util being picked up, and Adam, look at that. Into the breach, they find 11. 3 players staying alive as well. And Savage, I really don't know what they're going to do here. Are they going to force till the end?
It's so tough to know. I feel like we're at a point where Into the Breach, they could go into the second half, only really needing to win the pistol round, and then the rounds that come from that, and then the game's done. Already, they only need 5 rounds to not only finish this map, but to finish the series.
And this is the full buy from Savage. If they aren't successful in this one, the money in the last round is going to be really rough. But Desert will find one. That Cypher getting taken down. Information on other players towards Banana now. And Thomas getting out of harm's way. Just going to be falling back. Has spotted one. Information on the other as well. That's your teammate, Thomas.
Oh. I mean, we've seen a number of Into the Breach games where they win so dominantly, they just start shooting their teammates every now and again, so...
It's having fun.
I don't know if we're there just yet.
Certainly not. We are going to be seeing the re-smoke towards Moto. I doubt they're aware of one by the cart. Thomas will find one. Look how fast they are behind. Smooya is aware. Somehow misses that shot. That's something we rarely see from Smooya, but we'll find Draken. It is the 3 versus 3, and Smooya goes to peak. Doesn't get taken down. Eventually will. And now it's all on Thomas. 1 versus 3.
There's just so many targets. And not enough time, not enough ammo. Does get dropped, and finally Savage. I mean, it's sort of a relief to see them put another one on the board. It's been so long since. I think 8 rounds in a row there from Into the Breach. And Savage, they finally get their 3rd on round 14.
That's scary to think about.
And I mean, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Savage won the pistol round, Fred. That's, you'd expect, if I say that, you would expect, oh, they've got all 3 rounds from that. No, they lost the 2nd round. They have not been able to string any of their rounds together. And now they have to pray that this one does.
Yeah, because if Into the Breach find 12 going on to the CT side, that's a position they definitely can't be in. That was a flash from Dragon. Very scared for him there.
I actually quite like that, just trying to bait as if it's a decoy there. Maybe hope that they don't expect him towards long with it.
That's a great find from Grux. I feel like this is the first time we've seen a player there. Draken, as the decoy explodes, the player peeks. Oh, and there we have it. Thomas will find one. Needs to be aware of the player library, but he gets out into mini pit. But now we see Cypher progressing up B. Adam as well, going to be falling back. I think Thomas is just going to be used as a bit of a lurk.
The bomb is making its way back towards A, though. Thomas, he's doing such a good job of just holding this area, but look at the meantime. They've taken mid. Oh, what a find from Adam.
Great kill there. Dezen now pushing up short. Doing a little bit of damage, but won't be able to find the kills. Ooh, finds one towards Pit. Brings it to the 3 versus 2. It's the second as well, and now it's all on Cypher. But there we have it. Draken, great find. Savage, they do find 4, and that's really important from them.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that they do end up finding 4, but it just leaves me thinking, is it even enough at this point?
I think it's we've seen greater comebacks. You know, it's not impossible, but it is going to be really tough. And I think they have to win the pistol round. I think they really need to, because I think something that we've seen time and time again, Savage on those half buys in, you know, against the full buys and in those kind of second round force buy rounds, we rarely see Savage be successful. It's nearly always been Into the Breach. And we saw it Into the Breach on the T side. They lost the pistol, but won the second round force, even, you know, without the bomb plant.
I mean, this pistol, Savage won the first. They need to win this second. There is a chance of this comeback being made.
What a lot of util. 2 smokes, 2 mollies. I really like that. They're going to try and take a little bit of control here. Do have 2 players towards Banana. Very passive from Into the Breach, though. Just the brackets hold. It is Dobbo towards B. He's the player with the kit as well. Just going to be jiggling, surely with a smoke in hand, to try and stop the B aggression. But surely the CTs know that B is going to be the play. Dobbo drops the smoke. And Savage, they don't decide to push through it, and this could be a real problem for them.
Yeah, this is really risky. And Draken's going to probably see all this contact. There's a chance they don't clear him, but he's made his presence known.
He hasn't found a kill yet, but it's all on Dobbo. Dobbo and Thomas, they're trying to boost him up, but look at that. Dezen does a lot of damage, but that's the bomb. They're going to have to go back and retrieve it. Draken still towards ramp. Eventually finds one. Gets the second. Seems as though he needed shots like that a little earlier on. Dobbo now has been spotted. Just a decoy here, but look at that. Grux, Draken. Really important kills here, but Savage, although they won the pistol round, they have to win the next one.
Yeah, that's what they failed to do in the first half. They've got to do whatever they can to win this one, because this will really be, if there's any chance of a possibility, any chance of a comeback, you need to win this.
This will kind of decide how the game's going to go. I think if Savage can win this one, they're back in this. There's only a 5-round difference. I say only, because, you know, we've seen greater differences work out, but look at this aggression here. They're going towards B, and Dobbo gets found. Tensky as well takes down Adam. Cypher, though, great trade. Oh, Cypher, really important kill. Brings it back to this 3 versus 3. Oh, Smooya takes down Tensky.
The bomb is in logs. Golden can pick that up. Oh, but look at Grux.
So
He might have just found a timing.
Smooya has got his eyes on the prize.
And slowly, oh, this is going to be all on Grux.
I don't even know if Golden's going to be going towards A. Grux will find Smooya though, but look at that, the aggression. But Grux finds another.
Oh!
Somehow.
That is unbelievable. And this bomb can just rotate back into A. Cypher, he's got it all to do. 4K required.
He does have the chance for it. I'm just going to be smoking Moto though. Cypher going to be going through it. Is he not hurt? No, we'll get taken down by Grux. Those 2 kills so important.
Yeah, the second one on Thomas. I can't believe he got that kill. I thought that when we saw Thomas rotating in, I thought he could be the real nuisance for Grux, finding Smooya. And I just assumed Thomas, he has to get that kill, leaving Golden in that 1v2, but no, Grux, he does it all.
And Savage, they have strung them together here off the back of the pistol. It will just be... Oh, it's not even the eco, they force again. I'm not too sure. We got Cypher on an M4 and Adam on a P2. And that's Cypher getting taken down. That's the big weapon. The real weapon, in fact, getting found. Adam will retrieve it. And look at that. Adam goes into kind of aggressing mode. The flash comes through. He picks up the M4.
Yeah, any second now. Draken, if he looks any further, he'll realise this M4 has been picked up, has been retrieved from Dobbo.
I like that. Just constantly recycling the M4. Thomas now on the M4 as well, as he has got the armor. This isn't looking too bad for Into the Breach, though. They have gambled towards B, and the lone defender on A is Smooya. Gonna have some absolute insane round here. You're gonna be seeing the wrap smoke there. Smooya needs to be aware that long could be the play. Oh, but look at that Draken. Even though he's 14 HP, he will find the kill. I think Thomas and Dobbo are just going to save in this one.
Yeah, I think they might have to. But, you know, this game's getting closer and closer now. This is going to be 3 in a row for Savage. 4 rounds are going to separate these teams.
This is where they certainly can step up and take this one.
Tensky wants to have a little look in. He's just got the max, so not exactly doing any big damage from that range.
I don't think they're going to carry on hunting. They understand that, you know what, we don't really have the money to do this. We don't want to throw away funds, especially because Into the Breach, they're only 5 rounds away from securing this. And I think Savage, they're going to need to be on as many full buys as possible. Is Dobbo going to drop over an AWP? Let's just bring out the rifle. Smooya with the very late buy. This is such an important round for Savage, though. They can bring this one back. Similarly for Into the Breach, if they want to halt this kind of win streak from Savage, they need to do it now, and Smooya finds one. Surely going to get traded here. Oh, and look at Cypher swinging through the smoke. We'll get the trade, but Dobbo finds Dezen through the smoke. Oh, Golden. The awareness onto Adam there.
Yeah, there's still another, though, and that's Dobbo.
I think they've realised
Golden
this as well.
is still holding. Yeah, Golden. He's not moving a muscle. Oh, he just does. A smoke out. I think that's going to be to try to bait Golden in. Does he move?
Oh, he doesn't move, but Dobbo still finds the kill.
Well, that's quite a bouncing smoke there, but 1 versus 2 now for Draken. He hasn't had nearly as much impact as a player like him can have in this series, but this would be a round to really have some.
Positioning of Thomas, though, he's holding towards apartments, potentially having a little bit of a look towards short. I doubt it's a position that Draken is going to clear, because obviously he needs to clear the rest of the site, but you never know. It's all about timing. Draken, oh, so unfortunate. Thomas sees the gun barrel, and there we have it. Into the Breach, they find 12. And the money on Savage really not looking great. The only player with anything really in the reserve is Golden. Look at this from Draken. AK in hand. Golden could have actually dropped over a AWP, but I think Draken knows that it is going to be a tough AWPing map, especially how Into the Breach are playing. Golden in between these 2 Molotovs, but he's very deep here. Oh, and he finds one, but Adam with the trade with the MP9 can pick up the AK, but will get taken down by Draken. That's a kill we definitely couldn't have found with the AWP. Smooya, though, surely will find Grux here. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. Spamming towards middle.
It's still all very up in the air. Util, you have to say favors into the breach just because they have that molly, that smoke to stop any sort of push. And Thomas, well, they expect him here this late into the round. They spotted him, but they can't find him. Thomas, that's a great double.
You put it perfectly. They kind of just lined up there. And Thomas, he can just sit around, have some fun. As we do see the players flanking. We see Smooya rotating, and this is a kill. Cypher can get through the smoke. A real smoke criminal in the 2 series so far, but into the breach. They're 3 rounds away from taking this one, and I think it will just be the eco from Savage. Golden, as mentioned before, the only real player with anything in the reserve. Loss bonus only 2.4k. Oh, Draken has brought out the scout. Are they going to be buying here? They are. Now this could be a real problem if Savage don't win this one. Into the breach could find 15.
Yeah, I mean, this buy really isn't convincing.
Say that Grux is on the Deagle. He can have an AK, he can have a Deagle, it doesn't really matter, gonna have the same impact. Smooya has spotted one.
Yeah, the issue is, look how much damage Savage have taken here. Luckily for them, Into the Breach don't have any damaging utility. No HE grenades, but we'll soften them up a lot for the execute.
It seems though they are leaning towards B. Currently that is the right call, but we slowly see Adam rotating in. Dobbo and Adam though, no utility on them, and it is just Smooya who has the remaining util. Tensky though, one of the only players with health, is towards the A site. But the util will come through now. And it's Adam and Dobbo. What can they do? Oh, Adam finds one. Tensky will find Smooya, but Adam gets another. And the third. Dobbo hasn't even needed to strike yet. Oh, and he will take down Gold, and the last player is towards Banana. They know he was A, and Dobbo surely going to find this one. And here we have it. Into the breach, they find 14. The money on Savage isn't enough to buy, so we're going to see 15 from them surely. And 8 match points for Into the Breach. This is a situation that Savage really can't give up. Oh no, they're going to be forcing again. Savage.
Yeah, I think they have to. I think they just want that buffer of not having to give up match point, but I think that they're aware how slim their chances are in rounds like this.
I'm sending a lot of players towards middle. Smooya doesn't actually hit the shot. Gets dropped down to 32. We got a lot of players already towards apartments now. Not too sure what Smooya is doing. I think he tried to drop the smoke across, but it's just going to be going back towards long now. Dobbo will take control here, but Adam will find Dezen. That's a great find, and it's just going to be the A hit coming through now. Smooya will take down Grux. Smooya finds another. Looking for more, but will get taken down by Golden. But Thomas, he closes it out. They find 15, and this is it. Savage, they're just going to have to buy here. And once again, we're going to see a really weak investment. Just going to be potential Galils. Golden's dropped over an AK to Dezen.
Yeah, this is it. 1 round away from taking Inferno, taking this series and advancing into the tournament. I believe making it straight into the playoffs, leaving Savage to play the winner of Trick to Pact.
Yeah, and this is an important one for Into the Breach. They will progress to playoffs after this one. And look at the aggression taken towards Banana. Golden trying to do some magic with the Deagle, but it's not going to happen. We've got 4 players towards B here. It is just Cypher defending A. Adam pushes through the smoke and will get taken down. Isn't really playing with fire there. Walking across Smooya's crosshair. As the smoke fades, Dezen's on the wrong side of it. Will keep himself alive for now. Loses his life to Thomas though, and the bomb's still towards T-Ramp. Golden's going to have to try and cross Smooya's AWP. Surely going to need to find this frag or go round the long way. Look at this double pit setup. Grux finds one, but Cypher with the trade gets a second, looking for the third. Doesn't even need to peek anymore. Oh, and Thomas will find him, and it's all on Golden towards long. You've got to imagine that this is over. The 1 versus 3, and there we have it. Thomas will secure it into the breach. They are successful, and they will go through. A 16-7 there on Inferno, but that's 2 Inferno games for them where they have been successful. 16-7. They looked perfect in that one. But what are your thoughts after that one, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, I think every team in this tournament now is going to be questioning, would we even let Overpass slide? Inferno slide, sorry. Obviously, it's probably the most common third place map, and yeah, I don't know if many teams would want to play into the breach on it. They look so strong on it. Everything they do just seems perfect. Both sides, it seems like they've got down to an absolute T. And yeah, I think regardless of what stats I think Inferno is probably their best map, at least just by the eye test. Yeah, Savage really couldn't get anything going there. Draken just didn't have nearly as much impact as we saw he did versus Tricked, where he was by far the best player on the server. And he just really couldn't have that. And I feel like that's just the way that Into the Breach played. Everything they did made it so difficult for any AWPers to have impact. So yeah, I feel like Into the Breach, they deserve to go through. Obviously, glad it got to 3 maps. I think it deserved a 3-mapper. But 100%. In general, yeah, Into the Breach, they deservedly took that.
And you know, looking at the stats, obviously the difference between the top and bottom performing players on both Into the Breach's side, it is Adam. Adam went 65 and 55. You know, had the most kills on their team, and you know, Cypher 51 and 56. That's still a respectable score. And when you've got, you know, when you're the bottom performing player and you're still, you know, nearly positive, it's still a really good result from you. Whereas in comparison to Savage, we saw Grux on 65, but Dezen 29 and 62 over the 3 maps. That it's just a really disappointing scoreline. Obviously, we saw a little bit of brilliance on Vertigo from Dezen, but both Inferno and Mirage were maps that I think Dezen was really out of it, and it is a little bit unfortunate. But Into the Breach, they are successful. They do proceed to playoffs. That's obviously their goal for, you know, for today, and they have been successful in it. But you know, after that series, Charlie, who would you pick as kind of to give the crown to give the MVP to?
Of that series,
whole series,
I think it does have to be Adam. Yeah, I think it has to be, but I think what you were saying there was really spot on about Grux. He had the same amount of kills throughout the whole series that Adam did have, but the difference between Dezen and Cypher, the 2 bottom fraggers on each team, was just not even comparable, really. I think it was 22 kills difference between them, which is just ridiculous. So yeah, I feel like they matched the heights of Into the Breach, but they just really couldn't match every player pound for pound. But Adam, for me, he has to take it. Just the calls that were made, the impact that he had. Thomas is another one as well. I feel like he had a few under the radar impact rounds. But yeah, I think for me it has to be Adam.
Yeah, you know, I think Adam certainly did play very well, and obviously he was a little bit in the dark on Inferno. I think Adam usually steps up massively on Inferno. Was the second bottom performing player for Into the Breach, but what if Adam was unleashed on Inferno? We could have seen a very different scoreline. We could have seen a very different kind of overall KD for Adam. But I'm gonna give it to Thomas. In fact, I feel like Thomas, he was up there with the kills. I feel like there was so many clutch rounds that I think Thomas kept them in. I think it was a 2v4 that they were in on Vertigo that they won. Thomas time and time again rotating across towards A on Inferno, just closing things out. And I feel like when it goes down to the wire, when you're in those clutch situations, you need someone like Thomas to step up, and he certainly had a great day of CS today. But obviously Into the Breach, they are going to be very happy with that. I do believe they have a game. Is it tomorrow that they play next?
I believe it is actually a bit later. I believe it's the final games of the group tomorrow. So I think it's probably going to be the day after that.
But still, they've got a little bit of a break, and they will be able to kind of work out the small mistakes they made. Obviously, fixing up on potential Ancient, and also the Vertigo game wasn't too successful for them, so they can make some changes there. But still, Into the Breach, they looked very good in that one, and they will get into the playoffs. But that's been it from us. You know, it was a great day of CS. I think all the Into the Breach fans are going to be so happy with those results, even though it went down to the wire to all 6 maps in the 2 best of 3s. Into the Breach looked great, and they clearly deserved a chance in the finals. But as mentioned again, that is it from us. We hope you guys all enjoyed the games, and we'll see you guys hopefully soon with Into the Breach's next couple games. But yeah,